It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you look. I am so glad to be here. This is the second annual Christmas special. Can you believe that? That means we've done this twice already. We have got some amazing people stopping by, and we're going to go live via satellite to New York City so that you guys can share in some of the Christmas traditions that I grew up with. So we have that and a whole bunch more, and it begins right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. All right, thank you to everyone for joining us. Stay tuned for the next 2 hours. You are going to see a who's who of festive Christmas people. But right now, let's go all the way to New York City. Miguel Andujar, live via satellite. Miguel, how's it going?
I feel like Dick Clark.
Yeah.
For the masses, except I gotta remember to say he, she, they, because it's a new generation going on here. But
That's right.
Yep, live from New York. Let me show you big, because I don't want to turn this around just in case. But there's the 2023 on the floor, which is going to be replaced at midnight in December. And these are the people. And this is crazy New York City.
Now, you're in Times Square right now, right?
I am.
All right.
Times Square. Yep. And this
So
is
Miguel,
propose. Okay.
Yeah, you should pick a lovely person, he, they, she, them, whatever you choose. That's your business, and propose right there. So that's the site where New Year's will take place. But we are going to, in the course of the next 2 hours, Miguel, we're going to have guests stopping by, some very famous surprise guests. And what I'd like you to do is, over the course of the time, we'll come back to you and take a look at some of the sites.
Yeah, and I'll be making my way towards Rockefeller Center. So
yes, so the good thing is that everyone is going to get to see the world famous Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. A lot of people asked if you would be back this year. They were concerned that you had been gone for a while. The hot sauce tasting will begin again very soon.
Woo-hoo!
And Miguel and I had one clear favorite hot sauce. We're going to talk to the person who brought us that hot sauce before the end of the show, Miguel.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to be joined by a lot of fun people. But let's enjoy the sights of New York for just a minute.
Megan Thee Stallion. Should I get Megan Thee Stallion to say hi? Megan Thee Stallion. You big. I'm going to do like the Italian guy. You big Megan Thee Stallion look alike. You know that Italian guy that we hold on. So we'll pick you, Dolly Parton, big set looking like. Anyway, I don't want to get beat up here.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, this is New York City. I gotta be where the Grinch. The Grinch.
You're having a very high Christmas, I have a feeling.
I am. They open up like a weed world. Like here in Times Square, I never in 100 years would ever thought I'll see a weed world open up in Times Square. But like I said, times are changing.
Yeah.
Times are changing.
And look at all these people there. They're getting ready to kick off 2023, as we can see. This is where New Year's Eve takes place in New York City. And it looks like the streets are closed, Miguel. Oh, no, maybe not.
Yeah, they're just setting up for like whatever parade, this shenanigans going on December.
Mm-hmm. Always shenanigans. All right, Miguel.
We gave Mariah Carey the lip sync for us this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she loves to lip sync for all the people. Let's take a look at the comments because the guests are going to start pouring in. We better say hello to people while we can. Miguel, you just keep showing us the beautiful view. All right, here's Kevin wishing us a Merry Christmas. Here's Arvin wishing us a Merry Christmas. And you guys are going to love to see the guests coming. Brian Kirk, great job on the toy drive. Thank you so much. Skylar is here. We've got 92 people already. You will not want to miss this. We checked all the lights, didn't we, Russ? Yeah. All right. Everyone is in the Christmas spirit. I love to see that. We are going to have.
You want to get ZZ Top on? I'll get some live for you. ZZ Top.
Wow, look at that. And Rob donating for the toy drive. I will let you know that we are going to collect again before then. What's going on over there, Miguel? People seem crazy.
Just a group that came out of Ireland. They want to say hi to Rexy. Hey, Rexy.
Mm-hmm.
Rexy with
making sure everybody is
Captain America.
People glad to see you, Miguel. They're glad you're back. They missed you. A lot of.
Yep.
I'm trying to just show everyone.
Start crossing over to. Should we tell the kids that the father gets killed?
Yeah, look at that. The Lion King, still on Broadway. Very depressing show. Is Rusty still in the Navy? Good question. Don't throw me down, Clark. All right, Miguel, I'm gonna talk for a few minutes. You find your next spot, and I'll check in very soon.
All righty.
Don't go anywhere. Just find a spot, and I'll bring it back in a minute. All right.
Okay, great. Okay, bye.
Okay. All right. So Miguel will be joining us in a little bit to show us the Rockville Center Christmas tree. In the meantime, I will let you know that I attended an event the other night. Can't remember when, but it was Stephen Pearcy performing at Chris Angel's birthday party. And they say Christmas is the time to let bygones be bygones and get in the Christmas spirit. So this was an all-star event, and I saw a gentleman there. He was dressed a little bit like Ebenezer Scrooge or Mr. Monopoly, but anyway, it was Phil Lewis of LA Guns, and Phil Lewis, and I have not gotten along. I've said some very critical things about him on the show, but you know what? Phil Lewis was a man. He came over and he shook my hand and he said, "Merry Christmas." And he's a smart guy because now I won't bash him. And you know what? Life is short. That is the reason why we have this Christmas special, because life is short. Some of us have less Christmases behind us than have ahead of us. And some of us will never know. So a lot of people ask me why get in the Christmas spirit. Well, that's one of the reasons. Christmas is coming whether you like it or not. And it's better to enjoy it and try to make the best memories you can. A lot of people have sad times during Christmas, myself included. And I think that sometimes it's better just to embrace the holidays than to let them get you or feel bad. And for those of you who might be depressed during the holidays, I'm here to bring some entertainment, as well as my celebrity friends and, of course, Miguel live via satellite from New York City. Thank you, Sean, for the super chat. Much appreciated. We're getting in the holiday season. Thank you. So Chris Angel's birthday party took place at the House of Blues in Las Vegas. The lineup was Tammy Down, Phil Lewis, Lita Ford with Rudy Sarzo, Stephen Pearcy, Sebastian Bach, and Robin Zander closed the night. The band, there was a house band. There was Brent Fitz on drums, who was the first drummer for the Sin City Sinners, for those who don't know. Brent Woods on guitar, a lot of Brents. Zach Throne on guitar for half of the night with him. And then they just kept rotating. Steven's longtime guitar player, Eric, came up and jammed with Steven. He played 6 Rat songs. Sebastian played 6 songs. Sebastian looked and sounded great, by the way. People are hard on him. He was great. Somebody makes a point that Miguel's return is like Chuck Cunningham coming back from college. That's a Happy Days reference for those of you who don't know. So anyway, it was really fun. Also at the Christmas party. Well, somebody says, who played best except your employer? Exclude him. You're right. I'd say Sebastian Bach. Sebastian Bach was really good. And Chris Angel picked the songs that everyone played. And we'll do a show another time where we'll talk more in detail about this. I'm just starting this off to let you know. And yes, Paul Stanley was there. And a lot of people thought it was controversial. Eddie Trunk was hosting, if you call what he does hosting. And Paul Stanley. I like Eddie Trunk, but I mean, he just kind of paces back and forth and says, "Here's this guy, here's that guy." But anyway, he's my buddy. I like him, and it was good to see him. But anyway, I made the point to him: didn't Paul Stanley once say that your show is like Wayne's World? That you have a public access show? And those two did not come in contact with each other at any point, from what I saw. But Eddie said nothing but nice words about Paul Stanley. So Paul Stanley is probably the most famous person in the room. Tony Orlando of Tony Orlando and Dawn was there. He did sing a duet of Tie a Yellow Ribbon with Sebastian Bach and Tony Orlando. It sounds crazy, but it's true. The only thing that would be crazier than true is if we had a member of Stryper here to celebrate the holiday. So I'll get back to this story, because right now, here he is himself, Oz Fox.
Hey!
Wait, hold on, Oz. I forgot. There's supposed to be a doorbell when you enter. Hold on. Let's do it one more time. Wait a second. What's that noise? Oh, somebody's at the door. Who could it be? I wonder who it. Oh, it's Oz Fox.
How's it going, Jason?
I'm so glad to see you, Oz. You're back for the holiday season. We have to have a Christian on here. It's a rule. And
well, it is Christmas, by the way.
That's right. The reason for the season, Oz. Come on, we all know.
Yeah.
And I had Michael Sweet on the other day, and a lot of people enjoyed it. And he gave a good interview, good honest interview. I think people can be intimidated by him, but he was very easygoing and honest.
He doesn't intimidate me.
No, I didn't think so. Well, you've survived together for 40 years. I don't know if were you aware of that, Oz? 40 years.
Well, actually it's been longer than that, because I'm 61. I've known him. He's like 58 or 59, somewhere around there, and I've known him since he was 12 years old. So I mean, this goes way back. I've known his brothers since 1974.
Amazing.
So yeah, we've been friends for a long time, and it's really great that we've been able to keep it together this long. And like he said, I saw the interview. It was great. Like he said, you just work out your issues. It's kind of the way it is with us. And I don't know.
You guys are all a family. I mean, some of you are blood related, but regardless, you guys are a family. Now, Oz, you're not here to promote, but I want to make sure that people know Stryper's The Final Battle is available right now. And
absolutely.
We have a link in the description, and it's on sale right now too, so people can get it.
It's out. People are liking it, which is great. It's got some speed, and we're very thankful. I guess we'll be busy next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that we see you more out there. Now, where are you right now, Oz?
Well, I'm at a restaurant having a Christmas dinner for the staff of HFJ. Mm-hmm. So, which is my wife's nonprofit for helping women get out of trafficking. Yeah, a great call. So, so there's about 30 people here, and we're all just kind of sitting around a table, having some dinner, and enjoying some time, for Christmas. We do it every year.
This is your big time of year. You and Santa Claus, everyone wants to have you at their Christmas parties.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be at a Christmas party, especially when there's good food.
Sure. I miss you coming out, Oz, and playing Feliz Navidad for the Toys for Tots charities every year. We'll have to get back to that.
That would be really fun to do that again, and maybe do some other stuff, because I've got some other songs I'd love to sing for Christmas. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if you ever heard of Augie Rios.
I have not.
Okay, well, there's a song that he does called Donde Está Santa Claus. You ever heard that song?
For the English-speaking friends. I have not. I'm going to look it up.
Okay, Augie Rios. He's awesome. Okay? 1958. Goes way back, and I'm going to do a version of that song at some point.
Nice. Yeah. How cool. But yeah, Oz, you and I have been friends for a long time, and you're the first person I call to come out when we have a charity event, and you're always kind enough to lend your time. And we made a lot of money for kids. We raised a lot of presents. I did it this year. I went down to Toys for Tots, and everyone who donated, we gave some less fortunate kids some gifts.
That's super great, man. That's really awesome. So yeah, if you ever have another charity show like that, that would be great to be a part of it. So for sure, count me in.
Yeah, thank you so much, Oz, and looking forward to seeing you again over the week. The Christmas season. We're going to get together this week.
That's right.
Which will be great, and
yes, might even see some karaoke go on at that party.
Really?
Yeah.
Oz invited me to a very special, top secret. I don't know if that's true, but Christmas event, and and Michelle and I are looking forward to it, and some karaoke. I hope you're going to sing a little karaoke.
Well, we'll see how it goes. It depends on who hogs the mic. That's the Sweet family.
Yes.
We'll see if we can get Mama Sweet, Janice, to sing. If we can get her up there, that'd be great.
hopefully she's not as OCD as Michael Sweet, who told us that he's very particular. Everything has to be a certain way.
Well, there's room for gray area when it comes to family, so
That's true.
Should be fun.
A lot of people saying hello, Oz, and people loving you. And
oh man, I appreciate it. Thank you. I really wish everybody the happiest holidays, Christmas, whatever it is you're celebrating, that y'all are with friends and family and loved ones, and it's good. It's a special time for everyone. And I wish everyone the best and everyone blessings, big blessings.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to see it. A lot of people also point out that Oz is a great singer, and Oz is a great singer. In addition to being a great guitar player, Oz, more importantly, you're a great person. That's probably number one.
Well, I appreciate that, Jason, and I think highly of you too. So, and I hope that we will continue to be friends for a long, long time, and do more things together, which will be great.
Yeah, the audience can be hard on people, Oz. They all love you. They love you, at least. They're everybody's saying such kind things that you'll see in some of our tour diaries coming up. Me, Johnny, and Oz went out to eat, and I filmed some of it, and it's all very funny. And
Johnny's great. I love Johnny. It's such a character, and he's got some silly sense of humor that you can't help but just you're laughing every 10 seconds. It's just funny.
I said seeing you guys together is like heaven and hell,
Yeah. Well, he's not really hell. He's just little Don Rickles,
a little bit of Rickles. Oz, let's go to New York City real quick. We have live via satellite. Miguel is here. Miguel, Oz Fox is here from Stryper.
It's unusual. We have a battle between Santa and Young Pippa. A battle royal going on here.
Yeah, it looks like you look like you're in the Hanukkah area.
Yeah. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, we got the Hanukkah going in. We get our kids.
I've got my trusty friend Miguel the Baricua from the Bronx showing us Hanukkah in New York.
Yeah, Jesus was Jewish, so he celebrated that too.
Yeah, that's a good, very good point. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Right,
it's people and ignorance is what kills.
Yes, very true. Miguel, is that the Rockefeller Center tree?
That is not. This is a tiny tree compared to what we're going to see soon. This is here on, I think that's Fox TV. Okay. But anyway, I'm on Fifth Avenue, 1 block away from Radio City Musical. Hey, I know a guy named Ninja that played there.
Yeah, Radio City, yeah. Oz, you ever play Radio City?
Yes, I did, way back in the 80s, and I actually twisted my ankle really bad at Radio City, so they had to take me to the hospital after the show.
Wow. You thought you were a rockette.
Well, yeah, I mean,
high kick.
Yes, I don't know what happened. I had high heels on at one point, and I twisted my ankle really bad. And
who else was on that bill, Oz?
That's a good question. I don't know who was playing with us. It could have been Hurricane. It could have been Loudness or TNT. I can't remember.
Okay, yeah, it's been a long time. We'll look it up. I'm going to mute Miguel's mic for a second while he shows us. Besides,
yeah.
You and I we could be doing the Macy's parade together. We could, co-anchor.
That would have been great. I would have been totally up for doing that. And I've got my heavy pea coat here with scarves and gloves in case, Thankfully, I'm in Vegas right now, so it's not that cold. And
yes.
We're on an outdoor patio right now. I'm looking at the sky, which is pretty cool,
61 degrees today in Vegas. Today it was pretty warm.
It was pretty warm. And I've actually got a fire going right here. I don't know if you can see, I've got a fire behind me here.
Yeah.
And, super nice. Super nice.
Oz, there's somebody at the door. Hold on, Oz. Oh, for goodness, who could that be? Oz, was Stryper ever photographed by Mark Weiss?
Absolutely.
Well, look who's at the door himself. Mark Weiss, the Weiss guy.
Oh my gosh, Mark, how are you?
How's it going? Hey, how you doing?
Merry Christmas to you.
You too. You too.
Or Happy Hanukkah, one of the two.
Yeah. I'm actually backstage at Trans-Siberian Orchestra in Chicago getting ready for the big snowstorm. I'm on my way to Milwaukee tomorrow, and then I got to hopefully try to fly back in the snowstorm. But
wow.
Yeah, we got about another half hour before the showtime. Just got Soto's in the band, and fun stuff.
Yeah, that's an awesome show, man. I'm going to have to go check it out this year. Hopefully it'll come to Las Vegas.
Yeah, it hasn't been here in a while. Mark's at the East Coast versions. Blas Elias is in the West Coast one.
Okay.
Actually, no,
yeah.
I'm at the West Coast now. I do West, East. I do everything. This is like my 16th show. So
wow.
Crazy. Now
that's pretty good.
I want to point out, Mark, I have your new book right here, and it's not out yet, right? This is not available yet.
Well, it is available. It's like a soft launch. We're doing a virtual live stream event on Meat Hook Live, probably next month, with like Dee Snider and Stephen Pearcy and Don Dokken, and we're all going to be talking about Kevin and Quiet Riot. But so you can purchase it on the decadethatrock.com. But we're not really. This is like our first really, anything we're really doing. So we're going to come on, push a little. We just got the books in, so we got a bunch in my garage with a Decade That Rocked. So we're definitely selling them.
Well, Decade That Rocked is on sale on Amazon right now and guaranteed to get there by Christmas. I have that link in the description too. So after you buy Stryper's The Final Battle, you got to get the Decade That Rocked. It's the best price I've seen for it. It's free shipping if you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, so I'm going to get that.
It's great, Oz. It's a great book. This one, though, this was written by the fan club president of Quiet Riot. And she shares, I've been reading it today. It's an easy read, a lot of photos, but she shares a lot of her letters from Kevin. Kevin passed away a few blocks from where I live right now. He was a Vegas.
Yeah, it's an awesome book. At first she was just going to put it out as an ebook, and she wanted my photo for the cover because she got him that necklace that he's wearing in the photo. So she tracked me down and she sent me the manuscript. I said, let me check it out, and I fell in love with the story. And it's basically this 16, 17-year-old girl that snuck into Quiet Riot when Randy Rhoads was in the band. And then when Randy and Rudy left for Ozzy, Kevin went to do his Dubrow, which was really Quiet Riot, but he called it Dubrow. And he had a revolving door of musicians, and which soon became Quiet Riot. But she was such a fan. When Dubrow came out, Kevin, they just said, let me help you out. And she ended up being the fan club president. And then when Metal Health came out, she was the fan club president for that album as well. So, it's all the stories. It's like good little, anecdotes and scribblings and questionnaires from the four of them, that they put in. So it's really when fan clubs were really fan clubs. It's a pretty cool book.
Yeah,
awesome.
And there's a lot of stuff that you would never have gotten to see. You really get a different side. This is really an insider's perspective. And then, of course, your great photos. And you always, Mark also gave me this really amazing print as well.
Yeah. We include them too sometimes. We throw them in there as a little present. But Ron Sobel also like helped out. He was Kevin's best friend, and they lived together when they were teenagers, and he ended up being the photographer and the LD. So all that stuff, like the Quiet Riot with them in the locker room, you know, the silly photos, that was Ron's, and they're featured in there. So a lot of Ron's stuff is in there. He really helped out, and Missy's photos. So it's the three of us. And then when they did the reunion concert after Randy and Rudy came back when they were still in Aussie, they did a couple shows. I think Dokken opened up, and at the Starwood, and those photos are in there. So it's a pretty cool book, and it's the first published book, self-published, I guess, published, because my girlfriend and I, Mikkel, started a publishing company called Vima Publishing, and we're just taking control over it ourselves, because it's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be publishing a lot of books. I mean, I got a lot to show, you know.
How was Stryper to work with, Mark? Were they difficult?
Just Oz was. He was a real, you know, he was very, like, he needed to get his, no, I'm only kidding.
Yeah, it's a Latin thing, right?
I think Oz is probably the easy one.
No, they're one of the bands that really, like, just were great, you know. Them and Firehouse are again a bunch of good guys. I mean, they're all, listen, you know, rock stars are rock stars, but they, like Stryper and Firehouse, they kind of go out of your way to make you feel good, and that's just who they are. It's like, you know, no one like, people come to do a photo shoot, they're just who they are. Some people need a little more attention, a little more pampering, but these guys really didn't, you know. So it's always a fun.
Well, and of course, Mark, you're such a pro. Why would we have anything to be concerned about or whatever? You do such great work, and you know, you come in, you get the job done. Your pictures are awesome, and that's why we love you so much. So there you go, right?
Thanks. You know, it's all mutual. You know, look, it's about, you want people around you that you like to work with. So, you know. Right. I'm not saying you know, there's a lot of great photographers, a lot of great musicians, but you want to surround yourself with people that you like and you want to hang out with. It makes you perform better. So if you connect on that way, then it's a win-win. And I'm fortunate enough to look. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. I mean, I had a handful, but I didn't have a lot. I always wanted a lot. You know, like, I was always jealous of, like, the football stars and all that. Everyone hanging around them. So it's like, this is my way of, like, every time I shoot a new band, it's like having 4 or 5 new friends, and still to this day, you know, I still treat new bands the same, and I just, you know, that's why I love what I do, and that's why I still feel the same way I did when I first started. I'm sure Oz and, you know, Steven and Pearcy and all the other guys that are still doing it, you know, we love what we do, and we just keep doing what we do, and if we can make some money, that's even better.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, there's a lot of guys coming by in the next 2 hours that you photographed. One, that you photographed their record cover. A lot of people, Oz, that you've toured with. So we're going to have some fun surprises for the audience. Probably one of Mark's most famous covers has to be Stay Hungry by Twisted Sister. And maybe we'll have somebody from that band here to talk a little bit. But also Cinderella Night Songs is a Mark cover. Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet is a Mark cover. Such great stuff. But I want to thank you guys. Oz, you probably want to get back to dinner, I'm thinking.
My food still hasn't showed up, so I'm waiting, you know.
Well, if you're okay for a minute, yeah, it's fun to have everybody here together. The holidays, make a little time. We do a lot of stuff for Toys for Tots, a lot of charity stuff as well. You know, Mark, on your left or the right, let's see what that. It's probably your left. We have the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree right now. My friend is live from New York City, so we got some great footage of that. Oz is here in Vegas with me, and now where are you again, Mark?
I'm in Chicago at the the Allstate Arena. There's see the poster behind me, the Transfiguration. That's one of my. Photos. Yeah, that's one of my shots. You know, every venue they have it hanging up, so that's pretty cool. But
nice.
Yeah, and I have you know, I just started this TikTok thing, so it's like I got some really cool stories on it, and I also share it on Facebook. But Chris Cafferty gave me a really cool shout out last week, and I put a little clip together on it. So I encourage everyone to check that out. It's Mark Weiss Guy on most of my social media, And I have
Oz,
just
are you on TikTok? Are you on
What's that?
TikTok, Oz?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you on the TikTok?
No, I decided to stay off of TikTok only because I spend so much time on my other platforms that it's just one more thing I can't really get to.
I got to get into it.
Well, Oz, I said the same thing, but watch mine, and you might get inspired by it. Because I'm trying to get our community, the rock and roll community, to engage in it because it reaches a lot of more people than the other platforms.
Oh wow!
And it's all
I'll
about
take a look.
It's about selling tickets, and you don't have to do much. And if you want some advice, just give me a call. I have my intern Zach. It's a long story, but if you go on my TikTok, it tells the story. His middle name's Wild, W-Y-L-D-E. His father named him after Zach.
Zach Wild, yeah.
And his first assignment as my intern, on his own, was to meet Zach Wild, and it's got like 130,000 views already, you know. And it's a whole story. Wow. And the kid just took photos for the first time, and I couldn't even tell if they were mine or his.
Oh my gosh!
Good.
Wow.
So it's this 20-year-old kid. He has his own TikTok that has 650,000 subscribers. He's got one of his videos went viral to 54 million. He tells like mystery stories. So I got this kid and him, and so we got plans for creating movies and things like that. So we got a lot of plans, and it's moving fast. So
wait a minute, have you seen Zach with Pantera yet? Oh no, my God!
I can't.
Oh, you have to see Zach with Pantera. They're so amazing, really good.
Yeah,
we saw him in Monterey, man. It was just amazing. Monterey, Mexico.
Cool. Yeah,
Mark, you're one of the reasons that Zach got the Ozzy gig, right? Didn't they meet to your wedding?
Well, no, that's how Sebastian got it. But the way Zach got it was I was with Ozzy the night before. I actually met Zach or a couple of days, and we were looking at guitar players. And the last thing I told Sharon was, I'll keep my eyes open. So the next day, my friend Dave Feld was supposed to meet me at this small club in New Jersey. And he ended up going. I didn't. He said, I found the new Ozzy Osbourne guitar player. His name's Zach Weiland. And
wow.
And I said, all right, bring him by the studio. Ozzy's going to be by. He's going to look at some photos. And because he was like, this is the kid. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Bring him by. Ozzy never showed up. He ended up getting shit-faced with Andre the Giant. But I took the tape, I took some photos of Zach, sent it to Sharon and Ozzy. When they got to England, they said send him over for auditions, and he got the gig. You know.
Wow.
So, any story with Andre the Giant involved is a good story. I want to mention Marge Raymond is watching right now, and Marge says hello to Mark. Marge was in a band called Flame with Jimmy Crespo from Aerosmith, and she made a record with Joey Kramer and Jimmy Crespo. It was called Renegade. It never came out. Tom Hamilton's on it too. And it was right after Rock in a Hard Place. And so Marge is watching too. She's a New Yorker.
Oh yeah, I got some old photos of her too. She reached out to me. Marge, I'll get you the photos. You gotta, send me some messages.
Stay on them. Yeah, everyone's busy, but I'm glad Marge is here. She's got great stories.
I always tell people, like they always say, can you send me that photo from like 30 years ago? And I'm like, yeah, no worries. And, they would tell me in passing at a club or something, and I'd forget. And then I see him a year later. He goes, how come you didn't send me the picture? I'm like, dude, you got to be a squeaky wheel. Like, send me an email. You're not going to be bothering me because I want to get you your photos. But it's like, you got to want it bad enough to have me dig in my archives and spend some time to get it. So if you're not going to bother me, then why should I bother? So Marge, bother me.
Bother them, yeah. You can find them anywhere. So let's mention again, you go in the description, get Stryper The Final Battle. I'm hoping it's not the final battle. I'm hoping it's just a theme. But, people have to buy it and find out. Another great record. Also, Mark Weiss, Decade That Rocked is available right now. And it's on, both of your guys' stuff is on sale and can get there before Christmas. So these are great gifts. If you're watching, get out there and support and get some great items. And then also the Quiet Riot book, which is called Keep On Rolling, My Fan Club Years with Kevin DeBro and Quiet Riot. This is available, so you can go to the Decade That Rock.
Really got a little, if you like the gold foiling I did there on it, we went all out with it. We went all out. Yeah.
You put out some quality books for sure. I mean, people. This is not a cheap book. These are heavy duty and not easy to ship as well. And so, yeah, Marge is saying that Mark took some great photos of her, and everyone. Listen, I had Mark take a selfie of me and him, because I wanted to be in the club of people who were photographed by the great Mark Weiss.
It's funny. I'm at the TSO show, and people are coming up to me and they want to do a selfie with me and stuff. And it's like, I feel like a little bit of a rock star.
Well, only so many photographers of that time can we name, and for the genre that we are all familiar or a part of.
Listen, I embrace 80s rock and metal. To me, that's the decade, the magic decade, 1980 to 1990. I mean, that's it, 10 years. I mean, I still photograph today. I photograph new bands that aren't related to the genre. I've done album covers for Christina Aguilera and Gwen Stefani. I don't even talk about it, but I've got some killer images of this that will come out eventually. But it's the 80s, and the 80s, man. It's awesome. And
okay, I'm gonna give you an idea. You should get some great shots of rock stars' wives. How about that? I think that would sell.
Where's the wife?
You got one?
I got one right. She's right there. She's right over there.
Let's see
She's coming over. She's coming over right now. She's going to look into the camera right here. There's my wife, Annie.
Hi.
There's Annie.
Hi, Annie.
I'm the snow bunny.
I can take some photos of Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure.
Yep.
Everything and anything. But I'm only his right now. So nobody try to solicit, please. I'm not available for you.
They're having a
Thanks,
dinner
honey.
Charity, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there she is.
Yeah, good to see Annie there too. So I'm really thankful that you guys stopped by. We're seeing the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree at the bottom, and we'll have a few more people stopping by to kind of ring in the season. It's the last chance for people to get some gifts, and you guys have some great stuff. Someone's asking Oz if you remember a show at the Bismarck Theater in Chicago where people were throwing gum on the stage. Armored Saint was the opening.
Yes, I do remember that. That was when Michael was always joking around, telling the audience in the middle of the show that Robert Sweet really liked Big Red gum. I have no idea where he came up with that, but they would throw Big Red up on the stage, and Robert just would really get offended for some reason. I don't know why.
Hey, but it wasn't chewed gum, right? They threw packs.
Yeah, it was packed gum. So
look, I was reading a little bit before the show, Oz.
Oh, where'd you read? I'm going to test you.
Say it again.
I'm going to test you. What did you read?
Yeah, what is this page here called? 2. 2. I'm on 2. But I haven't burst into lightning yet. But Oz, it took me a long time to get one of these.
Well, hey, there you go. So you got to look for the shortest verse in the Bible, which is 2 words. Jesus wept.
All right.
I don't know. I didn't know if that was something you knew about or not, but that's the shortest version. Shortest verse in the Bible.
these Bibles that you guys throw out, you've got to have good eyes to read the print, though.
Yes.
But I finally got mine. I mean, Mark, do you have a Stryper Bible in your collection?
I do not. I'd love to have one, though.
Okay, we're going to get you one.
All right,
we're going to get you one.
All right, and I'll get you the Decade That Rock book. You're in the book, bro.
Oh, well, I'm glad we're in the book. Thanks. I love it.
I think you are.
Okay, well, one of your books will have us in it one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Everyone's excited that you guys are here and having a great.
What's happening in New York City? That
looks like St. Patrick's Cathedral. Hold on, let's turn his mic on. Miguel, where are you at now?
I am at the St. Patrick's Cathedral where I just heard Arnold Schwarzenegger say, "You died for nothing."
Oh,
that's awesome.
Look who it is. It's Al Petrelli.
Hey, Al Petrelli's here. Say hello.
Hey,
what's up, y'all?
how are you?
Al,
How are you, everybody?
Al,
good to see you.
Alice Cooper and he played with Megadeth.
See you. I got to run, but listen, happy holidays. Respect always.
Thanks, Al. Good to see you.
I'll see you later.
Take care.
Look at that.
Well,
look at that drop by Al Petrelli.
That's awesome.
We should have rang the bell for him.
And he is awesome.
Well,
he's like the ringleader here.
Well, my food's here, guys, so I think I better go eat before somebody eats it.
Oz, I'll see you in the next couple days. I look forward to it.
Okay, sounds good, Mark. Great to see you.
All right.
All right, buddy. You guys have a great night.
Okay, thanks, Oz.
And happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody, Happy Hanukkah, and everything else. Thank you.
Thanks, Oz. Good night. Enjoy your
All right, guys. Good night. Take care.
And Mark, and thank you so much for taking your time out as well, and Oz for you guys joining us.
Yep.
And let's see here. Let's make sure that I think Oz is good. But yeah, and we'll make sure that people check out The Decade That Rocked, and also check out
and
the brand new book.
Yeah, definitely. The Mima. There's our little logo. My girlfriend and I are partners in this. Her name's Mikkel, and she designed it. So we're looking forward to doing this one.
Yeah. Thank you, Oz.
Right on. All right, you guys. See you later.
Thank you, Oz. Mark, do you have to run, or are you good for a minute?
I could probably stay another minute or two. Yeah, the show's in like 15, so I'm good.
If anyone has questions for Mark, this is your chance. But
okay.
And Mark's going to be. Hopefully, we'll see you a lot more this year, Mark. I think that your photo. What do you call the event that you put on? What do you call the workshop?
Oh, the photography workshop. Yeah, I'm gonna do probably. I might do one in Nashville at the Rockin' Pod. So I'll be at the Rockin' Pod in Nashville. I'm gonna have books for sale there. Both books will be available, and I sign them, and there'll be prints, and just checking out that whole thing, which I'm looking forward to. That's happening in March, I think, right?
Yes, I've heard rave reviews about the workshop. People love it. It's a great idea, because you work with the people individually, then they go get to shoot the show, and then they come back and you work with them on editing photos. Photography, the way you did it, is a skill. It's not just people with their phones pointing and shooting. There's something that they can learn from you. And the fact that you work with each person hands-on is really a great opportunity. If there's anyone out there who wants to learn photography, especially rock and roll photography, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah, actually, the workshop, I did throw them in the pit, but most of it was all backstage, and I set up the photo studio. So actually, I had 4 Photoshop attendees that did it, and they got to shoot Stephen Pearcy and Queensryche and Vixen. They did full-on photo shoots with them, and along with like maybe 10, 15 other bands. And they really learned a lot, and they were pretty good. And I had a little ear thing in, so I was like guiding them a little bit, like if they were, kind of teaching them how to relate to the artist, because it's important that you talk to them. And a lot of photographers, they just think that they're going to just start moving around well. And part of being a good photographer is, reacting to your subject. So that's really what I was teaching them. It not as much technical, but more like kind of emotional and the important stuff, because you really, photography is about capturing the emotion in the moment, and that's what I teach. Yeah, and
you have the experience, and you took photos when it was an art, and that's something that I think a lot of people can learn. I'll tell you, it's an honor to watch your work. I watched you photograph Stephen Pearcy, and to see the guy, take the pictures of the guy whose music you listen to, and Stephen may stop by in a little while as well. But it's a great thing to see, and to put those worlds together. And the amount of respect that you have, Mark, people really respect your work, and they trust you. They trust the photos that you shot with them.
Yeah, well, it's all about trust. Back in the day, I used to love showing my pictures to them, because I knew they were good, and I was like, I wanted them to see them. And if there's a couple they didn't like, I would pull them. Sometimes there's a certain angle that they don't like. You might think it's good, and if they see it in a magazine, they don't like it, then it puts you on the bottom of the list. So I was always wanted them to get the pictures approved, and it just helps the relationship, and it gives you more time to hang with them. I mean, how cool is it to hang with rock stars that you like, and music that people that you like? So again, photography get you into places where you don't normally can get into. So if you're a fan of music, it's a great tool.
Mark, did you ever get to hang out with the late Mick Rock? Someone's asking.
I did, yeah, a couple times at a party. He's very interesting, very cool guy. I did admire him. I always talk, he was definitely one of my, when I say influences, I loved his photographs. I liked the way he did it. And again, he's got a little bit of, he's a bit of a showman. He's very flamboyant. And again, a good communicator. So, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a shame we lost him, but his photos will definitely live on.
Let's see. The question is, did you shoot Heaven and Hell at Radio City?
Yes, I did all the packaging for that. I did the last photo shoot with the band that they used on the box set with Ronnie and Vinny and Geezer and Tony. But I was at that show, and they used it for the DVD, I think it was for. But I was at that one for sure.
Yeah, a lot of compliments about Mark and his photography, and thank you again for joining us. He's in between Trans-Siberian shows, so Mark's on the road photographing them in Chicago, right?
I'm in Chicago, and then I go to Milwaukee for 2 more shows, and then hopefully I can get back on Friday. It's supposed to be a big snowstorm, so hopefully I can get back and spend some time with my girlfriend on Christmas.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough time to be traveling. So yeah, and snow on the East Coast is insane. So you want to be careful. Mark, thank you so much for spending some time, and we're going to make sure that people check this out. I'm enjoying this book. I got a lot more to go, but this is a great book.
It's an easy read. It's a good read. Again, it's those. It's.
I think Mark might have froze. But anyway, there's all kinds of cool stuff. Look at these postcards that come with it as well. You can hear me again, right, Mark?
All right. It's showtime.
Do your thing, Mark. I appreciate it, and we'll see you again very soon. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All those things. All right. Bye, Mark. Thank you. Okay. All right. Miguel, you still there?
I am still here. I guess good. They just did Saxon's Avenue. They always do the light show. So we just got finished seeing it. You didn't hear the music, but I'm sure the viewers got to see the lights.
Yeah, we left it on the whole time. Miguel, do you remember Mark Weiss?
I don't. Maybe.
Mark Weiss is one of the most. He's from the East Coast. He's one of the most famous rock photographers of all time. Slippery When Wet, Stay Hungry. Those are his record covers, and he shot with everybody. He's really great.
Wow, and Van Halen,
I'm sure he shot Van Halen at some time, but I don't think that's one of his covers.
Okay.
But he was joining us, and Oz Fox, who you've seen before and met, and so we're getting a good look at the tree now.
Yes. Let me keep going down this.
Yeah, let's walk straight down there until the next guest comes in. We'll enjoy the sights and sounds. Miguel, by the way, a lot of people excited that you're back. People were worried about
Thank you, and happy holidays to all your Waste Some Time family, rock and roll family. I was gonna go inside the church if you want me, the cathedral, and look for little baby Jesus if you guys want.
Yeah, well, of course. This is the season. He's the reason for the season. The reason for the season. And so we thank Miguel for being out there in the cold. How's the weather in New York?
Actually, it's not. I lucked out. It's not that bad. It's even warmer than last year, so I lucked out.
Well, you did this last year, and is it warmer this year?
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot warmer, and there's a lot more people too.
Yes, I'm noticing that in general. People are out and about again.
I just wish you were recording. Yes, and this is the Rockefeller.
Yeah, look how beautiful the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. I'm looking at it on my large monitor as well. And how beautiful.
And did you know that statue, I guess it's Anyway, it's a tribute. This is a tribute for you folks that are into the occult. That's Prometheus. The statue there is based on Prometheus, who's the god that stole fire from the gods and gave to mankind the knowledge of fire. Prometheus, and another name for Prometheus, according by scholars, is Lucifer. So I'll leave it at that. You know,
Miguel, I feel like you're at a super spreader event right now.
Oh, sweater, like a sweater fest?
No, a super spreader. Like everyone around you is going to get sick.
Thank you. Well, we're going to have, what is it, kangaroo pops.
Look at all those nice people. Miguel joining their selfie.
Spreader, but look, all of them, none of them has masks on, so it's all in the state of mind.
Say goodbye. 1 out of every 100 will not be back for Christmas next year. 500. Look at the people ice skating. Look at the 30 Rockefeller Center right behind there. Right behind the tree is the legendary 30 Rock. There it is, live from New York. It's Saturday night. Saturday Night Live filmed in that building. David Letterman, Conan O'Brien. I believe Jimmy Fallon is there now. Can you tell that lady to knock it off, Miguel?
Hey, I'm doing the show over here.
Miguel, she's laughing way too much. We're trying to broadcast.
You big Joan Rivers, don't make me get embarrassed, me, you big Joan Rivers look-alike.
Miguel, Marge says that baby Jesus doesn't show up until Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you were wondering. Look at how beautiful.
That's true. Well, yeah.
Look at how beautiful this view is.
And in one of these houses is probably married.
Yes, probably.
So it's gonna make it difficult for the three wise men to go like, oh, we got the post office that said 2G. She's not in 2G. So how they gonna bring in those baby gifts now? The frankincense and myrrh. So little baby Jesus.
Yeah, no, you make a good point, Miguel. I don't think I've ever noticed those houses before.
Oh no, they made those up. That was like during the I guess the Corona.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. So they made like outdoors, yeah.
Yeah, you can go in there and have a beer. That's right. They have food and things. The tree looks beautiful. Some years it doesn't look as good. This year it looks great.
Yeah, for some years it looks smaller to me. Unless I don't know, I got bigger. It looks a little smaller to me. For a minute there, I didn't thought that was a tree, but it's the tree.
Yeah, no, it looks big to us watching at home. It looks pretty big, and. We've got a lot of dumb political people in the comments. I'd be happy to kick all of them out. Fuck all of these political comments. Stupid. Good life. Christmas. All right, and let's see here. Christmas brings out the idiots, Miguel. All right, so listen, we got so many more guests coming by. That's what these Christmas parties are all about. Hold on. We're going to get somebody. Miguel, we're going to get somebody special on the phone. Hold on.
In this city until that's gone.
Oh, baby Jesus. Where is that yellow poster? Hold on, Miguel. Yeah, hold on. We're going to have a special guest on in just a minute, Miguel.
Don't forget the bell. Don't forget to ring the bell.
I agree with you, Marge.
Yo, Apollo, don't forget to ring the bell.
I didn't hear no bell. All right. Let's see if we can't...
the doorbell.
Hold on.
Hello?
Oh, someone's here.
Is this my son?
Is that my mother?
No, your mother.
Well, look who's here. My mother making her first appearance. Yeah,
wow,
my mother's here.
Wow. Hey, happy holidays. Hugs. Happy holidays. How are you? Hope you keep me warm.
Okay, glad you're enjoying New York City this time of year.
Yeah, it's not that cold. I don't like the cold, but it's good. It's
Miguel
nice.
is showing us the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree.
Yeah, we did that last year. We were talking about doing it again this year.
Yeah. And
you want to hear something funny? You know, Oz was telling you about Augie Rios.
Yep.
The Spanish singer, Don Santa Claus. I met him in the 1950s when he came out with that song, and he played it at my church.
Oh, yeah, that's insane.
Isn't that wild?
So my mother, if you're scoring at home, my mother went to Woodstock, and she also went to see Augie Rios at a church.
Yeah, that's the one that Weiss was talking about.
A lot of people are happy to see you. I'm gonna mute your mic for a second. Just keep showing us around. And so people are happy that my mother is here. A lot of people saying hello. My mother's name is Linda, for those who are wondering, because I see a lot of people calling you mom. Although you can call her mom. My mom is like,
you can call me mom.
My mom is like a younger, hipper Mrs. C. You know. They say you sound too young to be my mom.
Well, you know, I like to think that way.
Well, you remember, the audience believes that I'm 70, so
that's right.
That would make you 140.
So that makes me, at least in my 90s. Thanks a lot.
Mom, people wonder why I like Christmas so much, where I got my joy of the holidays, and I got it from you because we had so many great Christmases together.
We really did, with your cousin and Aunt Ellen and Uncle Herbie, you know. That was and his kids, Clara and Kathy, your cousin's pregnant, gonna have another child.
I can't believe it. Another one of these kids.
Well, gonna have another one, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Now we had great Christmases. That's probably because I was brought up that way, and that's how I met Augie Rios. He was singing "Donde Está Santa Claus."
My mother is speaking Spanish for the Spanish English speaking folks.
I hope I got it right.
Yeah, no, you did. Where is Santa Claus? So by the way, people are telling you that I'm awesome. Your son is awesome. You should know that, Mom, in case you didn't.
Oh, well, I know that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
People wishing us both a Merry Christmas. Yeah, you know, Mom.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah, and to all a good night.
Happy Hanukkah too.
Happy Hanukkah, Mom. So my father, who's probably watching, he usually watches. He didn't really celebrate holidays so much, but he was Jewish, or is Jewish. He's still alive, obviously. I hope, unless this show put him over the edge. He did get cranky around Christmas a lot. It wasn't his favorite time of year. But so
he liked Christmas. What are you talking about?
He threw the Christmas tree once. I remember it.
But that was after you left home.
Well, I left home at 40. I mean,
that's after you left home and went to Las Vegas.
He threw the Christmas tree multiple years, but that's okay.
He had it that
She's
one
lying.
time.
She's lying. He threw the Christmas tree all the time. He didn't like Christmas, but he was a little bit Grinchish at times. But he was great all the other times. But anyway, my mother thought it would be good to give me an idea of Hanukkah and Christmas to choose. Choose your adventure. Choose your faith. And because my mother grew up, you were raised Christian, right, Mom?
Yes, I was. And I'm not religious, but I am spiritual.
Yeah, don't say too much about that, Mom. We'll get very nasty letters.
I know.
Yeah, the people, George Lynch he's in so much trouble for things he said. But so anyway, but my mother said, let's get a menorah and we'll light it, and each day, and we didn't know what we were doing, but my mother wanted to do her best, and my father could care less about Hanukkah or Christmas. So we would have to do the laundry in the building, and my mother would say, oh boy, we got to go get the laundry. Let's just blow out these candles and then we'll light them when we come back, which is obviously against the whole principle.
I didn't even think of that, because I wasn't raised Jewish. But I was trying to, spread the word to you since you're half Jewish.
That's right.
And it's nice. I like the menorah and the lights. know,
Yeah, it was
story behind it.
It was a good way to show the holidays and appreciation for all people, and that's one of the things that we try to say. It's not just everybody's celebrating in one way or another.
Right, and even John Lennon said, "Happy birthday, happy birthday, Jesus." That's when he was born. You don't have to be religious. You just, he was a good man, and happy birthday.
My mother loves John Lennon, as do I. He is canceled though
I'm
among
quoting him.
Yeah, he's canceled among young people. Just for the record, Mom.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, we're not buying it. We're not giving in. We're not giving in to that. Let's see here. But anyway, Mom, you watch my show, right?
All the time.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite interview?
A favorite? I like them all. I think everyone. Michael Sweet was really good. I liked the one with Oz and George Lynch, and it just goes on and on.
Yeah, my mother's smart. She picks the latest one. It's like when your new record comes out. I like the new one. She picked the new one. Merry Christmas to Bitsy. We'll get Bitsy here in a little bit. She's resting, but she will make an appearance. And there's still plenty of big rock stars to come, and you might want to get your wallets ready to bid on a very special item. And let's see here. And anyway, I'm glad you watched the show, Mom, and now you're familiar with all these people. I mean, I listened to them as a kid. And, my mother told me she was very shy about coming on the show, but now we can't shut her up. She's a chatterbox.
Once I get started.
Yeah, there's the Jimmy Fallon show.
You know that about me.
Miguel is showing us the Jimmy Fallon show. But
it was really nice to see Miguel again.
Yeah, he's there. He is right now. He's waving.
Glad he's back.
He's back. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, Miguel.
Hi, son.
Miguel is probably my oldest friend. We met, I think, in 1985. Crazy.
Yeah.
And
you, him, and Gus.
Gus, yeah.
Yeah.
Miguel's right by Radio City Musical. Anyway, yes. So I'm glad Miguel's going to be traveling with a broad soon. He's going to Miguel. Where are you going? Philippines?
The Philippines, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we may never see Miguel again, but
I'm sure we will.
If he turns out to be a he, then make sure you contact my family.
Yeah. Miguel's inside 30 Rock right now, showing you around the famous building. I think filming is prohibited, but Miguel will take one for the team. Chris is here. He says it's the GE building. I'm not sure it's been the GE building in a long time, but that is what it was. A lot of people want to know about Johnny Monaco.
Yes, they think I'm boring everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a surprise. The guests are a surprise.
Okay. Do I have to wait for the bell to ring?
When the doorbell rings, then the celebrity guests appear.
Okay.
Right now, the first person up is late, and then in 10 minutes we have a very, very big multi-platinum rock star who is also occasionally late. And then who knows? Maybe Johnny Monaco will show up.
Oh, Pearcy. I love Stephen Pearcy.
Yeah. You're a big fan of Rat nowadays.
Yeah, no, but I think he's got a great personality too. Besides, being a great singer.
Him and I got stranded in Detroit. We had to stay the night in a hotel because our flights were canceled or took off without us. And so, yes, he's very. He's an entertaining guy.
He is.
All right, Mom. Well, I wanted to make sure that I got to say Merry Christmas in front of the millions of people watching.
Okay, sweetheart.
Yeah, and we'll chat again next time I do a show. And Miguel is waving goodbye.
All right.
Bye-bye, Mom.
All right. Talk soon, Mom. All right. Love you.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus. All right. I love you. Happy Jason Green Day. Okay, Mom. All right. Bye-bye. And Chris, who's usually an idiot, says that my mom can replace me because she is soothing to listen to. It's kind of true. Chris, you should know that Phil Lewis and I shook hands and made up. He did not have a spoon anywhere near. So no more jokes. Let's see here. What's that music, Miguel?
What is that music? Wow, what the fuck is that?
Language, Miguel. Language.
That's a bus. That's some kind of maybe transportation bus. I don't know. Jay-Z is dropping another album, swinging a blunt in there. But this we have. Also, I think this was in Home Alone. Those big red balls coming up.
Yeah. Better than big blue balls.
Yeah, those are not good, Pat.
No. That's why you go to the Philippines, apparently.
Well, let's check under the hood to make sure it's so legit. Under the hood, it's like, no pee-pee? Okay. But the Philippines, just to play with the sloth. Take selfies. I gotta do it for the gram. Take a picture with the sloth.
Mm-hmm.
The gram.
Let's see where we are here. For those of you just tuning in, we are live from Radio City Music Hall in New York City, home of the world famous Rockettes, also home of the Masters of the Universe Power Tour featuring Dust Parkus Ninjor, who appeared on this show. We should bring Jizzy Pearl on soon.
Mustard. Don't forget the mustard.
Miguel giving people condiment advice.
Yeah, so we put only a little bit of it. It was like, oh, pour it in.
Don't get cheap.
Condiment.
Don't get cheap on it. Oh, yeah, there's the balls. Look at those big, giant balls.
They're shiny.
Shiny balls. Everyone, look at those people taking pictures with those giant balls.
Yeah, there's a guy that comes in with a towel and shines in balls.
The ball shiner, yeah.
Yeah. He helps keep them nice and shiny for the reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Ball shiner.
And you can see by the budget of this show, only this show do we take you live via satellite from New York City. Look at all these people, Miguel getting involved in their selfies. And here's Tupac.
That's Biggie making a debut. It's like I made you buy all those albums for nothing. I faked my death.
Oh, hold on, Miguel. I'm going to put you on mute. We got a special guest here. Hold on.
Right.
Show us the tree again, Miguel. Here we go. We'll be back. Somebody joining us live via satellite. Oh, wait. That doorbell is terrible. I got to get a new doorbell. Jesus. Now they're getting antsy. That must be the one and only Stephen Pearcy.
What's up?
The voice of Rat.
Yeah, whatever. What's happening?
Stephen, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas and all that too. Happy holidays. I just got a short minute. How's it going out there? I came from the beach, see?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. So anyway, yeah, we've got a show coming up December 30th. Whiskey A Go-Go. I want to tell everybody. Some special guests might be coming by, and we're going to rat and roll it and playing all the hits and kick you in the ass, and let's start the new year off right.
Yeah, we're telling the world, so to speak.
Tell the world.
And I want to make sure that everybody knows that you have your own coffee, Stephen Pearcy collection of coffee.
Yeah, 24/7. Maybe that's why I'm so geeked out.
You do drink a lot of coffee. If you go to the link in the description, you can purchase the coffee. You'll see it. There's 3 different flavors. One of them is really strong, a sort of turbo, right, Stephen?
Oh yeah, the Hollywood Wired.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There's a nitro and some. They're all good. I'm stuck on one of them. I can drink it pretty much and be pretty copacetic. You know, I have shows to do.
And as you were mentioning, December 30th at the world famous Whiskey A Go Go. And look, you never know what's going to happen at the Whiskey. You never know what's going to happen with these shows. But definitely some big celebrity guests could be appearing.
Yes, that is true. And oh, here, by the way, I found one of these and I wanted to auction it off.
Yeah.
Rat and roll sweater. I think it's one of a kind. I haven't seen one around. I just ran into it. And as you know me, I like to turn my people onto some stuff that you would normally not be able to get. They're collectibles, but way cool.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put that up for anyone who wants to own the only Rat and Roll holiday sweater. We want to help out some people, and also, so whoever wins this, all you got to do is send a super chat. The highest super chat wins. It's going to start at $100. So anyone who goes over that, Stephen can sign it for you if you want. Sure. And also, because we want to help some less fortunate people at Christmas,
yes.
You can. The person who wins is also going to get to go to a backstage to one of Stephen's concerts. When Stephen comes to your town, we'll be happy to give you a backstage pass to meet Stephen Pearcy. So that's there. You guys, all you got to do is super chat. We'll help out some good charities. Stephen, I like to reunite people. So I got somebody here who's an old friend of yours. Hold on. Let's see.
All right. What is?
Oh, somebody's at the door, Stephen. Here he is right now. Eddie Ojeda of Twisted Sister.
D.
Hey, how you doing?
Who is it?
Eddie.
Eddie, what's up, Eddie?
Okay, how you doing?
Long time. Love you, brother. Much respect. How's it going?
Rat and Twisted Sister have played together, right?
Yeah, yeah. We toured together for like
quite a while.
Yeah, us and YNT.
Yes, we both had records out, debuts that went double platinum to each other in '84, and we were label mates with Atlantic Records. You know.
Yep, Atlantic Records.
So,
good old Atlantic Records.
Merry Christmas, Ed, to you and your family and the Twisted fucking Sister family.
Thank you, man. Thank you,
Stephen. Eddie has the greatest hot sauce I've ever tasted, and I'm going to get some for Stephen. We're going to take it on the road. Stephen loves hot sauce.
I love it. If
it's a cherry habanero, that's my favorite, and you got to try it. And Eddie, I'm going to get you some of Stephen's coffee. He's got coffee.
Oh, awesome! Hey, man, I love my Java.
Yeah, so we're gonna exchange for the holidays. So anyway, Stephen has the Rat and Roll sweater right there, and we want to help out some people this year. So all you got to do.
That was great.
Wait, do you get it? Where is that thing? Is that it? There.
There you go. And so anybody who wants to win this and help some kids and get a backstage pass to meet Stephen, all you got to do is go to your super chat starting at 100 and that's yours. Stephen was just stopping by. Stephen, we just got done at the Chris Angel birthday party. We had a great time.
What a crazy bunch of people, man! From Paul Stanley, Flavor Flav, Phil Lewis, myself. I mean, Tony Orlando, Bastion, Rob, the one and only Robin Zander. I mean, come on, what a
Cheap Trick.
Yeah. He performed at this thing and it was great. And then you can catch Stephen live next year with Vince Neil. A lot of shows coming up. People are excited about that.
Yeah, and just remember December 30th, the Whiskey. Eddie, I know it's too far from you, but
yeah.
And
you know, I mean, you guys play? Are you going to play Nashville at all?
I'm sure we'll be passing by.
I'll come down for that.
I intend to stay out there. Once we finish this end of the year, we're going to continue on with the something's going on. Real good. Pay attention.
Yeah, Vince lives here too now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm out because Bear wants to go. So later.
Thank you, Stephen. Merry Christmas. I'll see you very soon. And Eddie and I are going to chat a little bit. And again, if you guys want the Rat and Roll sweater, just put in a super chat over 100 and we'll make sure that it goes to a great cause. All right, Stephen. Thank you, brother.
Merry Christmas.
Good seeing you.
All right. So that was a quick Quick
Okay.
appearance by Steven. We have Atlantic Records' finest today, Eddie. Rat and Twisted Sister. And before you joined us, Eddie, we had Mark Weiss, who shot the photo for Stay Hungry.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, he was here, and Oz Fox was here as well. And,
Oz, yeah, he's a great guy.
We're having quite the holiday party. And Miguel, who is right now live in New York City. Miguel, can you hear us? What are we saying, Miguel? I'm hearing rap music.
I can. Hey, Eddie.
¿Qué pasa?
Happy holidays, brother.
Okay, how you doing?
Twisted Sister played Radio City Music Hall as well.
Yep, 2 nights sold out.
Wow.
2 nights sold out.
Yeah, they come out and play. They come out and play tour,
which we can't really find much video of.
We have no video of.
Yeah,
I can't. To this day, I have no idea why we didn't videotape that, because it was the biggest production we ever did.
Yeah.
Nobody brought a camera.
Yeah, that tends to be a trend, because my friend did the Masters of the Universe tour, and he videotaped the show. If he didn't tape it, nobody had it. And that was
nobody
like
would have. Yeah.
$3 million budget, and nobody bothered to like videotape it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's
a lot of.
It's easy, you know. Now everybody has a camera now.
Yeah. Now your aunt on the row, in the second row, but like, I got it.
I got to tell you, Eddie, I mean it sincerely. Miguel and I did a series of hot sauce tastings on this show, and without a doubt, yours was our favorite. We were putting it on everything: pizza, pasta, whatever. We put it on everything.
Don't put it on your pee-pee, man.
No, that's probably not a smart idea. Miguel, you heard him right.
Unless with the right person.
No, the peach one. If you would have a hot one on that peach habanero, oh my god!
He didn't hear us.
I like the cherry.
I like the cherry habanero. The peach is a little hotter. That's a Carolina Reaper. They're both available right now. Miguel, I'm going to mute you for a second because that hip hop is going to make us all sell our soul. So the hot sauces are available right now at twistedhotsauce.com. The link is in the description, and $20 gets you free shipping, which is a great deal. It's hard to ship all this stuff, and I want to make sure you guys. I would not tell you that this was the best if it wasn't. I had Alice Cooper's hot sauce on. Miguel and I both tried the Alice Cooper hot sauce, and Alice Cooper gave us a big push and promoted it, but it was not our favorite hot sauce at all. And
I think you have to really make it yourself. I mean, to make, got to really be in it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you were really involved in the making of your sauce, and it's interesting because you said you had gout, which is something that now all of a sudden I've been dealing with. But cherries are good for gout, and you had the idea. Well, then I'll make a cherry hot sauce because everyone had everything else, but they didn't have a cherry. That's
what happened. Yeah, because it was. I mean, I haven't had it in ages, but it was bad, man. You're dealing with that now. It's weird.
I'm all right now. I had a little thing. I went to the doctor, and I'm hoping not to have it again.
Where'd you get it? In your bunion or your knee?
In the like by the big toe.
The big toe. Yeah. That's the place. It hurts like hell, man. It's brutal.
Well,
but, he's probably going to give you allopurinol, just for all those doctors out there that know what's
Yeah. So people, Georgia's saying she loves hot sauce. She wants to buy it. Go to the link and get it. There's also Eddie has memorabilia on there too, his miniature guitars and cool stuff like that. But I'm telling you, a lot of people are saying they love hot sauce. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of hot sauce. Miguel is also a world-renowned hot sauce expert, traveled around the world trying different hot sauce. And Miguel?
Yes. I'm going to the Philippines. I'm going to see what the hot sauce is there.
The Philippines?
Yeah. We're going to do some hot sauce here from the Philippines. Yeah.
Smuggle some Ojeda hot sauce over there.
They're into it.
Let's see. Hold on. Boa G is ordering right now. So we have an order. He sees the link and he's ordering. So that's great. It's a great look. It might not get there in time for the holidays, but it's a great gift anyway. You know, it's a
It's gonna be
great.
tight with Christmas.
Yeah.
This weekend, Christmas.
It's here. It's hard to believe. Eddie, you joined me last year as well for the Christmas special. I was happy to have you back. And Twisted Sister is doing a few things. You guys are a little active.
Yes, we are.
You're going to be doing the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame.
Yes, induction.
Yeah, and
Mike Portnoy and Steve Vai are going to induct us.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little, nothing sexual though.
Right. Well, Steve Vai is Long Island's finest, right?
One of them. Both New York guys.
Yep.
You know, East Coast.
And to induct a New York band. So it's exciting to see you guys doing that. And is there any more things that might be in the works?
Not just yet. We'll see. I mean, I definitely want to get into doing some more, maybe another solo album. But we'll see. You know, it's things. You know, the last couple of years have been so weird. So, but I got a lot of great ideas on tape. So we'll see where that takes me.
Last solo record is great, and talk about some amazing appearances, including Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. That's we're coming out with a single. I forgot about that. The Metal Alliance.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, we're doing releasing a single. It's just like a 12-inch single, I believe.
But this is an Eddie single?
Well, it's Tonight with Ronnie James Dio, and then the B-side is Eleanor Rigby with D singing, both from the solo album.
Right. Yeah. How great! And so, where can people find that?
Well, it's I'll probably post it soon when it becomes more available. I'm trying to think. Let's see. The website. I wasn't ready for because you know it's been on kind of hold, and I think they just got it done, and it's just did the artwork, and I'll definitely post it once.
Yeah, we'll follow your social media. Dave is ordering. Dave Balls, who's a great fan of the show, he's ordering some hot sauce as we speak right now. Right. I promise you guys, you come on the show and we'll talk about it, but you will not be disappointed. I've tried everybody's hot sauce, and this one is really great. And look, some of you might really enjoy the peach. I suggest you get both. They are both very good, but there was something about the cherry habanero that just went so well with everything that we put on it. And it was great to see some sales. We helped promote. You know, this is you're a small business, Eddie.
Yeah, it's a small family biz, you know, but we enjoy it. You know, it's not about, sometimes it's not about making a lot of money. It's just about having something cool out there that's yours. And that's the way I approach a lot of things, you know.
Look, Eddie, you're not going to tell us, and you probably don't even know, but I'd like to see Twisted Sister one more time. I know AJ Pero, a great person, has passed away, obviously, and so we'll never have that lineup again. But I feel like Twisted is always going to be in demand, and all the people who missed it are sitting there kicking themselves that they didn't see it when they did. I'm so fortunate to have friends like Eddie and AJ as well at the time who got me in. I saw the Christmas show at the Hilton. It's now called the Westgate. But that was the International. That's where Elvis played all the sold-out shows, and Twisted Sister did their Christmas show. Eddie got me front row tickets every night, and what an amazing time. I'm so happy because when I was a kid, I didn't think I'd get to see Twisted Sister because the band had broken up before I was really able to go to shows. And I took advantage and went to as many as I possibly could, and saw you guys here in Vegas so many times as well. So who knows, maybe one day. You guys all seem to be healthy. That's a good thing.
Yeah, like, you know, it would be cool to do like a little week or something.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the days of touring, are not.
Yeah. But, you know, doing a residency thing is kind of cool. Just, you know, wouldn't be like long term. Just like we did in that Christmas show. It was a week, and it was perfect. That was enough.
Yes, yeah, I think it's good. D's got his vodka that he's hawking right now. He's got his own line of vodka, and so he's out there. He's healthy. You're out there. Mark he's got his show. JJ was on this show. We had a nice chat, and he seems healthy as well. And so I think you never know. It's great that you guys can all be in the same room together. That's more than a lot of bands can say.
It's true. Very true.
And,
because well, you know what happens with bands. You guys spend so much time together that as much as you love each other, you know it goes the other way too. Every little idiosyncrasy. So
yeah, it's right. And you guys have more years than most.
Yeah.
And,
the Hilton thing was so cool because we got to see all the back rooms that they used to sneak Elvis down from the top floor, and we learned a lot of Elvis stuff, which was pretty cool to find out about. And Barry Manilow too. He also lived up there for a while.
Yeah, he's in there now. Actually, he has a residency
at the Hilton.
Yeah, and he'll be back. He'll be back in January.
I thought he was somewhere else. I wasn't at the Hilton.
Yeah, no, he's in the Hilton. Just called the Westgate, but that's his. He's in that. He's in
the Westgate. Okay.
Yeah, he's in. I call it the Twisted Sister room now, but he's in that. He's in that.
That's the Barry Manilow. Actually, from when he used to, when he had a residency there was a bunch of black towels with the initials BM. So I figured, hey, so I still have a couple of BM towels.
Nice. Well,
I'm sure they're Barry Manilow towels, but we weren't cool enough to get our own TS towels. But
maybe you got to get back together just for that.
We weren't there long enough to get our own towels.
All these people watch, Eddie, who run those cruises and these festivals. They all better get out the checkbook and start calling Twisted Sister because you're running out of legendary acts. You're running out of legendary acts that haven't played every day. Some of these bands have played, and God bless them, have played every day. Twisted Sister, not so much. If you want to, it's been a while since that last show. So who knows? We're just speculating. I'm talking as a fan. It would be nice to see.
The cruise thing, we never did a cruise.
Yeah, you guys would be great on one of those cruises. And those cruises need something different. You can't put the same band out every time.
Somebody a guy that works in one of the grocery stores nearby, he's a real metalhead, and he went to the tour. Well, the last Kiss cruise, it was out of I believe down in Mexico, Sammy Hager's area. And he said it was great. Like Kiss came out, they played live, and it was a really great show. They had a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. A question that someone was asking is, when are you going to have a signature guitar? But he does have a signature guitar.
Yeah, it's you mean me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, we're still working on it.
But you've had one in the past.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, but you're working on a new one.
Yes, with a Futone and Michael Kelly guitars. So we're still working on that. We'll see what happens.
You're the originator of the Bullseye guitar. Everybody knows that famous guitar. You couldn't take your eyes off of MTV and not see that great guitar. So I think people like. A lot of people saying they'd love to see a Twisted Cruise. I agree. Let's see what we can.
The whole thing with the guitar, like when I got it made, I never thought it was going to be this whole thing, and it's turned into quite a thing because I've met people that have tattoos of my guitar. They may not know my name, but they know the guitar.
How did the first guitar come about?
Well, our logo, as you know, has, like a bullseye kind of effect. So at the time we were using these Sound City amps, and we had these, the speakers had circles, bullseyes, like just circles, pink and black circles. So I just said, I called Charvel, and they were just starting to make those graphic guitars in the 80s. And I said, can you make me I didn't say bullseye. I said, I want pink and black circles. And then I got that guitar. And then when it came in, everybody just started, wow, that's so cool. And it really went well with the logo. So that was the whole thing that inspired that. It was just something working off our logo and the way the amps looked on stage. And, but I had no idea it would become so well known, you know. People still come up to me and say, where's the bullseye guitar? It's like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely a piece of history.
Yeah.
Eddie, you're living in Nashville now, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So you and I are getting to relive New York City in the upper corner here. It's nice to be somewhere else.
I know it well, you know. Yeah. I know it real good. But you know, it's good to experience living in another state. Like some people stay their whole life in one place, and you know, it's not easy to move when you're like rooted in one place. But it's a cool move. It's really nice down here, and you know, there's so many guys living here now. I mean,
Vince, it's crazy how many musicians.
Mick Mars has a place here. Vince. I mean, the list of people, Mark Slaughter, you know, the guys, Rachel from Skid Row, and producers too. You know, Bob Ezrin. I think Mutt Lang might have a place here. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of producers living here. I know that, you know, Alice told me that he's always here because he still works with Bob Ezrin a lot.
Right.
Who did, you know, Pink Floyd. So.
Oh yeah, and he did Kiss, and he produced Alice as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Pink Floyd, you know.
Yeah, pretty legendary. not small potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big album. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Eddie, I'm so glad that you stopped by. This is our second annual holiday virtual party here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm hoping that we get out to Nashville sooner than later. Oh yeah, Tom Kiefer's there as well. That's right.
Tom Kiefer as well. Yep. Tom.
And Brian Forsythe from Kix. That's right. He was just on the show.
Yep.
And,
I mean, I can't think of everybody right now, but it's amazing how many. Sandy Gennaro.
Oh yeah, the great. That's another legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arden.
We just emailed.
Arden just ordered he got 2 cherries and a peach. You will not be disappointed, Arden.
Yeah.
Good call.
All right.
Good call. And all right. Well, so anyway, that link is up there. Get it now. With holidays, it's a good time to give the gift of hot sauce and get free shipping. $20. That's a good deal.
Oh, I'm doing the Rockin' Pod in March, by the way.
Yeah, I may see you out there. We'll see what happens.
Rockin' Pod.
Yeah. We're talking about it. Mark Weiss will be there too.
I'll bring this with me too.
Nice, yeah, yeah. I may be. We're thinking. We're in heavy negotiations with the Rockin' Pod people.
Awesome! That's great.
We'll see what happens. Eddie, I look forward to seeing you again, and thank you so much for taking a minute to come on here. And then Eddie, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I'm going to order some cases for the holidays for myself. Because
I'm getting some more stuff in as we speak.
Great, because it is the gift that keeps on giving. Everyone I've asked to try has fallen in love with it and wants more of it. And Eddie, I got to say, the other thing, we talked about this in our interview together the first time, is that this is not like some fly-by-night thing where you made a few bottles and now you're going to go out of business. Joe Perry had a great hot sauce. That's it. It was gone. And if you liked it, well, now you can't get it. And so, Eddie, you keep it out there for the people.
7 years.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years. Can you believe that? I just realized that the other day. I said, wow, 7 years.
And still going. And that's why we're promoting it, so we keep it going. Dave ordered 3 bottles. He's got, I don't know which 3 he got, but he got 3. He's excited to try the hot sauce. So Dave, enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, it's, sometimes, it's getting it out there because once people try it, then I get repeat orders all the time.
Yeah,
which is good. That's a good sign. Because sometimes people will try something once, and if it's just okay, they only do it the one time. But if it's good, they'll order it more times.
That's right. Well, you know you have a good product, and that's all you got to do is get it out there. And I'm glad that we're spreading the word right now.
All right.
Hey, what are your plans for Christmas?
Just staying home, just cooking at home. My son's coming over with my grandson.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, grandson. And I got him a guitar for Christmas. Because now
I hope he's not watching.
Huh?
I hope he's not watching and be spoiled.
He's not watching this. He's only 4 years old.
I have a very big 4-year-old audience. The humor is the humor is at a 4-year-old level.
Yeah, it's very PG.
Mm-hmm. But that's a great gift, and you're gonna have to give him some lessons too.
That's the part that's the hard part. But then again, YouTube now you can learn anything off YouTube.
Right? What a bunch of bullshit. We bought those Mel Bay books for nothing. Now you
just go on, you can learn like anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's great. I mean, I like the whole YouTube thing. It's not just guitars, but you could there's so many things you could fix. I'm getting a lot of orders.
Blowing up with hot sauce.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But I love YouTube too. It's paying my bills right now, so it's perfect.
That's really good. Yeah. So how are things in Vegas, by the way?
Nice. It was 60 degrees today, not too bad, and people are starting to get out and about. You know, it's busy again. For the last 2 years, obviously people were locked down or avoiding going out, and now the streets are the strip, everything. People are everywhere, and we're seeing New York is busy too right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's wild, that whole period, like seeing all the streets empty and even in Vegas. And so it's good to see things slowly getting back to normal.
Absolutely. It's a little overwhelming. It's a little strange. You know, this is what we do. Normal people do again.
It's insane. It's like crazy. Overwhelming is not even the word for it. It's just crazy. But it's good to see people out and about and having some fun again and not being so afraid. But it's a crazy world now. So we have to be careful where we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never know what can transpire. You know? Absolutely.
Eddie, I appreciate you spending some time with me again. And I look forward to seeing you, maybe Rockin' Pod or one of these events. And we're gonna try some of that hot sauce.
It'd be great to see you out there. See you out here, actually.
Yeah, one of my heroes for sure, Eddie. Hold on, wait, we got somebody at the door before you go, Eddie.
Okay.
Who could that be? Eddie, this is my partner in crime on this show most of the time. There he is, Johnny Monaco. Johnny plays with Stephen Pearcy. He was in Enough's Enough. Johnny, are you a Twisted Sister fan?
Of course.
Hey, what's happening, Johnny?
Hey, how are you, man?
Good. Did you pronounce his name correctly?
Monaco. Oh, he's calling himself Martini today. I think that's for the holidays.
I was thinking maybe I got to make a drink.
I drink now. So.
He's been under a lot of stress, but
you got the owls in there too.
Yeah, I'm classy like that. I don't use a toothpick. I just put them in.
He's like Dean Martin for the holidays.
Shooby dooby doo. Now I feel the opposite of what you guys were saying. I know a lot of people are like to see it's good that people are getting out. I have a problem with the people. So the more that they come out, the more it's aggravating to me. But I understand it's a nice gesture to say that you wish they were out and about.
Yeah.
Johnny would like to be reclusive at his home at Crumpet Mountain.
Well, I can understand that. I kind of like that too. You know,
it's not my fault. You know,
but people can get a little peoply.
Johnny, what's your favorite Twisted Sister song?
Come on, there's so many.
Put him on the spot.
We all grew up listening.
We're not going to take it.
I'm not going to say that because every time I have to play that, I wreck the guitar solo. And you always look at each other like, oh, it's easy. You just meow, 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 meow. But there's a lot of sliding and notes going on. And it sounds easy because it was written so well. It's like what you were listening to Mozart.
you know,
wow, thank you.
So whatever that was. I also try to listen to that usually just in the elevator or when I'm getting my prostate checked. I like them to put that on.
It's sort of like your ringtone.
But no, I don't know. I mean, it's a great solo. It's so memorable, and the guitar
it's just a theme
memorized.
solo. It's kind of like a theme solo. The whole idea that I had, because it was a single, you know, so you had to keep it short.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-part harmony thing,
yeah,
like a Brian May type of thing, but they never raised the harmony parts loud enough in the mix. So the whole Brian May Queen thing that I wanted didn't sort of come off that way.
Well, now that you
got the Grammy bar in there, and then the live version, I do an extended solo where I actually play a real solo, not just a theme.
I mean, now that you mentioned that, I never even thought of that Brian May, but now that I sort of hear it, like the you know, the intervals there, it does kind of have that Brian May sound to it, and then you got the guitar, which is hypnotizing the person. Right. So between the two of those things, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, well, the harmony thing, I just wish they would have mixed them loud enough to have that effect.
But whatever they did, it worked. You're fine. They don't have to remix anything.
The song really, the song,
it did okay.
Oh, yeah, it's done well.
Chris points out the price. I would say that's Eddie's signature song with the Twisted Sister years, The Price. Incredible.
Yeah, that's
playing.
It's real playing. Yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
My favorite's probably Under the Blade. I like Kids Are Back. I like those for the first 2 records. Stay Hungry. Every song is great. It's you can't miss.
Yeah, it's a good record. It's a good record.
And,
it did well.
Street Justice. That's a good one. Street Justice is a good one.
Yeah.
Shoot 'Em Down. Another great one. Don't Let Me Down. How could I forget? Another great one.
There's a lot.
Yeah. A lot of
SMF is on there too. SMF.
Burn in Hell, which we also know from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Horatoria. Yeah, Burn in Hell.
Yeah.
It's always a fun live song.
I was happy that you played Burn in Hell during the Christmas show.
We did do that. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. It's funny because in Vegas, you know, they give like a lot of high rollers get free tickets. Sometimes you have people that were sitting in the front that like couldn't give a shit about us.
Well,
and of course, D took in the opportunity of saying, "What are you doing here?"
Yes, he was not going to let them get away with it. Yeah,
he's not going to let that happen. You know,
somebody.
I could see that. Oh man, he's gonna go after those people. I knew it.
Yeah, no, there's no. He doesn't mess around. Yeah, somebody points out that Stay Hungry was the first record they ever bought. Stay Hungry was the first heavy metal record that I got, and my mother gave me the cassette in my Christmas stocking. So it's a Christmas tradition now. Twisted Sister. I told D that story, and he told me that, let me guess, you've been fucked in your head ever since. And he might be right. You know, Twisted Sister might have done it. So,
you know, what's his name who married Gwen Stefani? One of his first albums was Stay Hungry.
The Blake Shelton? Is that who it is?
Yeah. I was one of his. I was shocked to hear that. Somebody sent it to me, like the videotape of on the show. He goes, I like heavy metal. My first album was Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. I'm like, wow, Blake Shelton. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of good comments here about, and a lot of people enjoyed Fire Still Burns. I did as well.
Fire Still Burns, cool song. Kids Are Back, like you said. You know, a lot of anthem rock. Anthem rock is good. It sells records.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get old. You know what I mean? It doesn't get old.
That's right.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, a lot of people talking about they enjoyed hearing the stories about being on the set of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. For those who didn't see Pee-wee's Big Adventure, you missed. You got to go watch it again. You see Twisted Sister Burn in Hell towards the end of the movie.
I got a good Pee Wee Herman story if you want.
Well, we can't let you go now. You got to tell us.
They have, you know, the bicycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really into bike riding. A lot. I used to be a lot more, a lot less now, but I love bike riding. You know, 10-speed. So they had 10 of the Pee Wee Herman bikes. So my dumb ass, I get on one of them and I start riding around the lot. and people come chasing after me, going, "What the hell is wrong with you? Who are you? You out of your mind? Those bikes cost $10,000 a piece." I was like, "You got beat, man. That's a lot of." Because the bikes were all done up and they had to have extras, but I got to ride one of them, and luckily I guess they stopped me before I messed it up or something. But yeah, I just jumped on one and rode around like it was great.
Yeah, that's a piece of history. You wrote a piece of history. I'm glad the story didn't involve you going to the movies with Pee Wee Herman.
No, I didn't. I wasn't next to him for that.
Yeah.
But it was a cool experience. And who knew that was Tim Burton's first film? You know that, right? As a director.
That's right. Yeah, it's crazy.
And the whole claymation stuff that he's into, which now everybody knows about. But at the time, that was his first big movie, and I still get like royalty checks from that movie.
Nice.
And I mean, we're talking like a long time ago. I mean, it's like $7, or I think it's down to like $5.38. Like every 6 months or something, I'll see like a Pee Wee Herman check. I'm like, because it's playing somewhere, and somehow, So I'm thinking, well, if I still get $5, what's Tim Burton getting?
Yeah, or Pee Wee Herman.
Or Pee Wee, like
E.G. Daily.
Paul, it's like one of those things that it's just unbelievable. That who knew that was going to be like a classic film?
Oh, I'm sure when you were there, you had no idea that people would be talking about it.
Anything like that, you just never know that that's going to be such a big thing, especially for him. But now that movie is still alive and well, man.
Oh yeah,
it's one of those movies people can watch over and over again.
Yeah, no, I agree, and there's definitely
Godzilla and Santa Claus crashing into us during a video. You can't beat that.
Definitely a history. You can look it up on YouTube or go stream it so Eddie can get.
It's on YouTube, that scene. Just look up
sense of it.
Godzilla, Santa Claus, Pee Wee Herman, and it'll come up.
Burn in Hell. Yeah.
Burn in Hell.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Eddie. I'm glad it's later in Nashville, but I'm glad you were able to come by. I'm glad I was able to tell some people, it's like Oprah's favorite things. Your hot sauce is my favorite thing of the year. I want people to try it. Johnny, I'm going to get you some of this hot sauce too. You're going to love it. He's got the best stuff.
Put some in the martini there.
Okay.
Yeah. Martini. Yeah.
He's,
I got the hookup. Eddie's he's the connection. So,
right.
Okay,
Eddie,
cool.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope we're going to see you soon.
Nice meeting you, Johnny. And
nice meeting you.
Enjoy those olives, brother.
I'm gonna put some hot sauce in as soon as I get it immediately.
That too.
Thanks, Eddie. Merry Christmas. All right, Eddie Ojeda. How about that, Johnny? We got to chat with the great Eddie Ojeda, one of the real good guys, and a legend. Definitely was an influence to me. I think he was so great.
Nice guy. Yeah, I like him. It's very nice.
There's a few of these people that you let me check in with Miguel in New York real quick. Miguel, are you there?
I am here.
What are we looking at now?
This used to be called 40 Dudes. You remember Mean Streets with
Mean Streets, yeah.
Yeah. This is what they had like the Kung Fu movies here down this strip here. This is the famous 42nd Street. And the prices keep going up, so a lot of businesses keep going down, but we're on the famous 42nd Street.
They filmed the Last Action Hero was filmed in some of those theaters. It was boarded up at the time.
Yeah.
Now Disney bought it. You used to be able to buy Loose J's on the street there, and you used to be able to go into all the pornographic stores. That's over, huh?
Yeah, and also the theaters. The theaters, Kung Fu movies, 3 movies for like $5, or or the X-rated movies.
Does that say Harry Potter?
Yes, this is a musical, Harry Potter the musical, right there.
They made an adult version called Very Harry Potter. It's for people who don't like shaving. I don't know if that's still playing in theaters, but it was out there.
Because a lot of people kept getting choked on their throat, going like fur balls. So they stopped it. They stopped that musical.
I can imagine.
Too many people getting fur balls from the snapper.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Miguel, Johnny Monaco is also a student of Jeet Kune Do and a fan of Bruce Lee and martial arts. We have this is how that's how Miguel and I met, and we used to go see kung fu movies here in Times Square. And it's rare you find people who have those same interests.
Yeah, and on the corner there was a martial arts store, and I remember. I think you went there with our teacher Gus, and they were selling guns.
Yeah.
Selling guns right here, 42nd Street in the store. You go in, the Chinese guy, go like, "Oh, give you cheap, throwing bullets."
Miguel, I went into that store once, and a guy came in and said he got jumped and he needed a weapon. He needed a weapon to just borrow so he could go get even with the guy, and he was asking for throwing stars.
I remember that story.
Just another day in New York City.
Yeah.
Someone's correcting me. It was called Harry Pooter. Excuse me.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
We have a fan out there that knows it.
A lot of people asking Johnny to cut their hair. I need Johnny to cut my hair. I know that one.
Yeah, we gotta do
Johnny,
that.
you're home, by the way.
Yeah, I just got back.
How was the Miguel? I'm going to mute you while you show us around.
All righty.
Okay, we'll join again in a minute. Miguel, Johnny, we were in Illinois, your hometown, and you decided to stay a little longer for the holidays. I went home with Stephen and Eric and Christy, and we missed a connecting flight. It was Delta's fault. Delta stands for Don't Expect Luggage to Arrive. They put us at a hotel in Detroit, and it took a long time to get home. You had a similar problem getting home.
Yeah, I mean, there were no delays, just evidently very far.
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize that when you're traveling, the flights no longer go direct. And not only do they not go direct, they go out of the way. So to get from point A to point B, you sometimes have to go up or down completely, or back to point negative A, BC, as they call it around Christmas.
That's what happened.
And it's rough, and you spend a lot of time. I say this all the time on the show. If you your favorite band comes to see you, or even just a band you like a little bit, go see them, because they came a long way to see you. It's crazy out there, and we had a nice time, though. I think these things just go in and out so fast, but I think we had fun.
Yeah.
A lot of people got sick in the audience, not from the music, but from the virus or whatever. And luckily, so far, we're okay. You're okay, right?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, I feel all right.
Oh man. Yeah, you never know. I mean, people are acting like it's over. Go out there and do whatever I want, and then they get sick, and then they're surprised why it happened. Which gets me back to not wanting to see people. But someone in the comments, I come on the show and I'm immediately attacked.
What happened?
Someone in the comments said something that I said something horrible.
There's a lot of jackasses out tonight. We have more people than usual. There's 200 people watching. A lot of people are here for holidays, but a lot of people are cranky. What did they say?
Leo Slayer.
Oh, he's been a little bit of a jackass.
Hilarious, by the way. So original.
He does political humor. Yeah.
Oh, even better. That was a horrible thing to say. Sorry, Johnny. But hey, you judge people all the time.
Well, what was the horrible thing that he said?
I don't know, but as far as the judging thing goes, I'm basically at this point pointing out the obvious. Is it a judgment? Had a nice argument with the lady at the bank. Wasn't my fault. My card won't swipe on their stupid reader. Every time I go in there. And she always goes like, we'll get it. Rubs it on her. Hold it, we'll get it. I'm just looking at her like this. I go, can't we just try that one? Well, there's nobody there at that one. Yeah, it's 3 feet. There's nobody at that one. We'll get it. No, it's not working. Try put it in again. Okay. No, you're putting it in too hard. Okay. How? Put it in easy. Okay. Do it again. Now take it out. Okay. Do it again. All right. Now do it again. We have to do it 4 times. I'm like, all right. Until what? The police come? And now take it out. She kept doing it, rubbing it on her leg. Real professional organization at Chase Bank. And And then she's like, okay, now swipe it. And she's like, do you want me to get you a new card? I'm like, no, because it works everywhere else. It's your thing. So again, judging, being mean. I think I'm being very tolerable. I get this new drink. Me and my mom went out for martinis the other night.
And now you're hooked?
They're very tasty. I don't like vermouth. So I just used the straight vodka with a splash of what I thought was club soda, but evidently tonic water. I got the wrong thing. And then I put the olives in, and I must have got the wrong olives because now there's all kinds of like stuff in there. I don't like dirty martinis. I like them clean.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. And I like ice. I don't know how to make a martini, evidently. So, but the one I had at the restaurant was good. So I just bought the stuff, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's the kind of thing I would do at home. Let's just see. We're showing my hometown of New York City. Let's see where Miguel's at now. Miguel, where are you at now?
I am coming across 34th Street, where you might be able to see the Empire State Building.
All right. I'd like to see that. Hold on. Well, let me know when we get there, and we'll take a look.
Righty.
Home of Madison Square Garden also.
Yes. A lot of legends.
Yeah. All right, Miguel. Well, I'll join you again in a minute.
Okay.
Until then, we're going to play What's in Johnny's Fridge. Johnny, what's going on over there in the fridge?
Well, since I haven't had food in my refrigerator for about 2 months, I went to the cardiologist.
Right. How did that go?
Okay, my numbers are a little higher, but it's because I don't really work out. I should work out. I don't eat terrible, but I don't eat great. So, thinking of getting those meal plans, because then you know what you're going to have.
We spoke about both doing that. I need it too.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
So I thought I would get some. I just go to restaurants. But now, since I'm trying to eat better, I had to go to the store. There's nothing in here that you can put.
Goose? You got a Christmas goose in there?
There's nothing in here that you can actually make a meal out of, but I'm trying to keep it healthy. So we've got some almond breeze. We got some fruits.
And they prefer to be called homosexual, Johnny. It's not.
I mean, obviously this cherry Coke isn't the best thing to have, but everything else is okay. I have fruits and vegetables, and that's all I plan on eating. And
okay, that's good. I was going to invite you out to dinner, but all right.
No. We should probably do that. And
Johnny, Leo would like to debate with you. And who am I not to have a good debate?
Okay, sure.
He says, I love Johnny, but he judges people for being judgmental. People need to start taking a good look at themselves. Not about left or right. Just be a good person. If not that, it's not that hard.
I'm not trying to be a good person, because most of the time when people say they're a good person, or it's a humble brag, they want you to feel that they're a good person by telling you that. I don't do the wrong things. I wouldn't like walk past a lady and using a walker on ice and push her. I would help her across the street, but I wouldn't tell people about it. And as far as everybody judging people, I mean, you do what you do in life, and if you're going to be judged by it, well, then so be it. What you can't judge anybody anymore. I mean, I'm not doing it. Nothing's happening because of it. They're not going anywhere. I may say something, but that's just what I'm noticing. So, I mean, I don't understand the point.
We lost our live via satellite. Hopefully he'll be back. I don't know how kind of battery he had. People attend. People love Johnny, and they say Johnny's a great teacher.
If they keep it up with me, I'm not going to come back on the show.
Yeah, listen, we need to have Johnny.
I mean, nobody needs anything, and nobody deserves anything.
Well, Johnny, it's funny you say that. You know what you need is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cereal.
Where'd you get that?
from General Mills. This is the family stuff.
Look at that reindeer. Those poor
Mhm.
little things. People shoot those.
They make there is no reindeer actually inside, but this is the limited edition Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. If you're wondering what flavor it is not reindeer flavor. It's hot cocoa flavor, and it's sweetened corn syrup marshmallows. Michelle tells me that it's like probably Lucky Charms with the chocolate flavor.
Yeah, that's not very good for you. I love that kind of sugary cereal, but lately, this is what I'm trying to do. Raisin Bran, Quaker Oats, who may or not be a raisin,
Right.
and organic toast.
Right, hold on, Johnny. There's the Empire State Building. Can you see it?
All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's very nice.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, King Kong could be up there right now.
Or at home practicing bass.
Very true, Johnny. Miguel, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, good. 212 people are watching right now. For those of you who haven't been to New York City, or for those of you like me who've been gone for too long, you're getting a view of the great Empire State Building. Yeah.
Judging people.
Luckily,
Judging anybody.
Still there. Johnny's dancing. Hold on.
You want to see something terrible?
Yeah.
Back that trunk, back that.
Oh, jeez. Man down. Man down. Johnny, are you okay?
Don't judge me.
Don't judge. All right, let's see here. Monaco is the best. That is all. Yes, everybody loves. Miguel, they're worried about you. Are you freezing your ass off?
Nah, it's not that cold. My hands are a little cold, but it really is not that cold. It's like 50 degrees.
That's
feels
good.
Like sometimes, like a Vegas, like on a really cold night in Vegas, it feels like that.
Yeah, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
We'll see this weekend what happens.
Miguel, next week, you and I are going to try the Michael Anthony hot sauce. Yeah. And that's going to be a big show. He has barbecue sauce, mustard, and hot sauce. We'll see. Eddie Ojeda is still our favorite.
Yes. And also the one from the guy from Cinderella.
Yes, that's right. The late Jeff Clark had a hot sauce, and we are going to try it. It was put out posthumously.
Going to judge it?
Yes, we're going to judge it, actually, yes.
Oh, but it's okay to judge hot sauce, though, in hot dog eating contests.
America on 34th Street.
That's right. Where are you right now, Miguel? Is that the Macy's?
Macy's, yes, Macy's. America on 34th Street with Natalie Woods. I was going to say Portman. Natalie Woods.
Wow. That's crazy. Where did you park?
Yeah, I know. This is just Macy's. All the floors. This is just Macy's. Macy's. This is original Macy's.
So I love New York. New York is so cool. It really is the best place on earth. I don't know.
Now, Miguel, that used to be a street, right? They closed the street.
Yes, they did. They copied I guess Europe. Going forget the traffic. Let's just put a chair here. And then the rest is history.
He does impressions. It's
smack over the head people with baguettes. You're like,
I love baguettes. I tried to get one at the airport the other day, and she goes, "We don't have any more baguettes."
You can't say baguette anymore. It's not politically correct.
She goes, "We only got bagels." I'm like, "I don't want a bagel. I want a baguette." Well, we don't have any more.
All right. So anyway, people
are uppity of her, but this is it. Yep, this is it.
Miguel, what's your plans for the night now that the show is going to wrap up in a minute?
I'm gonna go and eat something good after the show.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Well,
there's the Soup Nazi. Next time we do a live, I want to take you so you guys can see the Soup Nazi from Nazi soup. I had some the other day. He gave me 2 tangerines. I was like, God damn it.
Don't you can't say that either. Don't tell them where I live, Miguel.
Yeah. Don't scare Jason. Whenever he hears Nazi, he runs for cover.
I'm going to be in my attic, Miguel, now that you put that up. Don't
Did
tell
someone say Nazi?
That's why I'm hiding out in my Christmas outfit. you know.
No, but they make us some good matzo ball soup.
You know, they caught the last Nazi, 93 years old. They sentenced them to life. Can you believe that?
Oh, so he was judged. Motherfuckers. I hate Nazis. They're the worst.
Yeah, you still got some Republicans one over here, so I doubt that's the last one. Dun, dun, dun. Everybody's evil no matter what.
Right?
Money corrupts. Money corrupts.
Hey,
So,
everybody except Stryper.
They kicked off the show. Oz kicked off the show. I don't know if you saw it. You know, the big questions I get all the time, besides where's Johnny, where's Miguel, they ask, where's Bitsy? And I don't know. Is that a new? Uh-oh, it's the fuzz, Miguel.
The fuzz. Uh-oh. Trans lives matters, too. Don't forget.
Right?
To the cops.
That's
yell
right.
that.
But they ask where's Bitsy? And then they ask, where is Michelle? That's another one they ask for. They ask for Bitsy and they ask for Michelle.
Mama, Michelle.
And because it's Christmas, we're going to try to bring them both.
At least Bitsy. At least Bitsy.
Here's Bitsy. All right, Bitsy is... And Michelle just woke Bitsy up from a nap. All right?
Superstar.
Yeah, and so this is how we know it's time to get the kibble fund going.
This is how we do it.
And by the way, I should mention that that Stephen Pearcy has the Rat and Roll holiday sweater. That if somebody wants it, I forgot to mention this more, is you can have this thing. I'm going to show it real quick here. Hold on, Johnny. I don't know if you caught this. Hold on. You guys are going to love this. This is a Rat and Roll Christmas sweater from Stephen Pearcy's personal collection, one of a kind. We're looking at it now. And anybody who super chats over 100 can win this. And they can also get a meet and greet with Stephen in their hometown. Money goes to help kids who are less fortunate at Christmas. So this was generously donated by Stephen Pearcy. So I wanted to make sure we mentioned that. Look at that, Rat and Roll. Probably never going to see any Rat and Roll merchandise again. So, although Johnny has Rat and Roll guitar picks, you can buy at shows.
That was just a weird episode.
Get them while you can. Michael Perez is donating to Bitsy. Merry Christmas, Bitsy. So she's going to have a Christmas goose because of you. And let's see here. Now, Marge Raymond is here. Marge never left New York. She's been there her whole life. Marge lives in Brooklyn, and she gives tours of the cemetery out in Brooklyn. Leonard Bernstein is buried there. And as you know, all Christmas songs were all written by Jews, at least all the good ones. And Marge Raymond is a singer. She sang backups with Aerosmith, but she also had a band called Flame with Jimmy Crespo from Aerosmith. And then she made a record called Renegade, which was Joey Kramer, Tom Hamilton, Jimmy Crespo, and her. And Marge has had such a great career. Check out the interview with her on the channel. You'll love it. Miguel, where are you at now? It's a lot of racket.
I am right in front of the Empire State Building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's beautiful.
It's cool out there.
You're going to miss that, Miguel, when you go to the Philippines.
Yeah, nature is good once in a while.
Where Kip Winger once said
she's tied up. He's whipping her.
You sure? You better
you
call
need
somebody.
binoculars. You need binoculars. This is
Kip Winger once said he's not doing the nature thing anymore. Everyone was looking around. And he said, I'm just not doing the nature thing anymore. Okay, Miguel, how did you meet this girl in the Philippines that you're going to see?
It was what is it? Ayahuasca psychedelic group.
Wow.
So
Cool.
you know I'm gonna be tripping balls when I'm there with the monkeys and the she-man.
Balls and monkeys if we're lucky.
Yeah, the monkeys.
Actually,
I love monkeys too.
Alaska.
Johnny, have you ever
Ayahuasca.
done
I've never had it, but I've seen it talked about a lot in Ancient Aliens.
Yeah,
And,
well, you got
I know the Filipinos have very smooth skin. hairless. Very pleasant people. They have coconuts there and monkeys. All kinds of
good
parties.
food.
Take
It's
notes,
gonna be
Miguel. Yeah, Johnny's giving you some good. Have you been to the Philippines, Johnny?
just in my mind.
Whale watching, there's a festival going on there, but I'm basically just going for like nature and the ayahuasca.
You're going for that. You're going for that ass. Is what you're going for.
Oh well, that's the bonus. That's your cherry on top.
Boy.
Yeah.
But
Miguel,
mostly inner journey, spiritual stuff.
Miguel, what is ayahuasca like? You've done it before. Tell me, and Johnny.
Well, you never done mushroom, but it's kind of more intense.
Wow.
There he goes. High as fuck. He started talking about it. His connection went out. He did ayahuasca in Egypt, and I wanted to ask him about it. We'll see.
People do say that that opens up your third eye, your chakra.
Would you do it, Johnny?
I might freak out. I'd probably have to go to the hospital. But I was tempted to, because other people have done it and they say that it's unbelievable. They say that it's like nothing you've ever done, and it opens up another reality. If I want that, I just walk around my front of my building. Well said. Somebody here says it's between acid and mushrooms. I've never done either. Which can't be good either way. I've done both of those, and it's at first it's scary, and then it kind of levels out. I was in the closet playing with the vacuum cleaner for about 2 hours, but you hear things, you see stuff. It is really different than like a normal Tuesday, but it's I don't know. I mean, now when I do it, I might be afraid, but I think it's interesting to go to another place like that and do that. But you have to be around people that you really trust, and you have to have a lot of time. Like, you can't be anywhere at like 3:30.
Right. Well, I mean, you see, Miguel's just walked around the streets in New York for 2 hours. Time is not, it's of the essence. But he seems like if he's doing it for, the spiritual angle, and he seems like maybe, I don't know him, but he seems like that kind of a person. I think, why not? For me, it might unleash some stuff that, I don't know. I think that you and I, come out. I think you and I have a similar personality trait. I think we would both need the paramedics, and we should maybe do it on the air. Maybe. Well, that might be good. I'd feel safe at least knowing that there was people watching me die. It's a good gimmick. A lot of people shit themselves when they do it and then vomit for hours. Yeah, that sounds a little rough. And there's a bad side. I think, once you get past that, though, and then like when I did acid 25 times, at first it's very scary, and you're like, I'm going to die. This is it. But then it levels out, and then you're like, I want to do acid every day. I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard call. I think sometimes you're just not normal. You could have like a bad trip or take too much. Humberg says, as in Bah Humbug says we could be tripping at Lovett Custard. No, I would not want to do that. No, not down there with those idiots. I'd have to be like in a room, like a contained area, with an EMT standing by with the paddles. I don't know. It doesn't sound good. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't know. Who am I to judge? Yeah, I'm with you. Miguel's experienced it, like I said, in Egypt, and now he's going to go to the Philippines. I hope he has his Kali Eskrima sticks ready just in case. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Thailand, and I've always wanted to go lately to Indonesia, Jakarta. And the problem is, if I thought it was far from Chicago, it's like a 4-hour flight, what's going to happen when I go there and then get bit by a mosquito? So I don't know. It's very far. It seems like that would be somewhere you'd want to go for like a month, just kind of live off the grid and stay at a B&B and meet some girls and boys out there. And, maybe do some karaoke, be the richest kid on the block, drive a motor car, eat till you throw up, drive on a dirt road, maybe rent a scooter, tell people you're a king in your land.
buy them gifts, and then disappear. Kind of like Eyes Wide Shut. I kind of want to go now.
Johnny, but you're talking about the distance, but nowadays we fly to Florida and it feels like we flew to Timbuktu.
That's my point.
It's the same distance nowadays with the hub.
I came back from Chicago the other day, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill Jason Green. It was so far. I think we went the other way for like an hour and a half before we went.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going the other way now, Johnny. It's a different time. People are
especially in the Philippines.
Yeah, especially. I hope Miguel didn't get abducted.
I think I would be a king out there. I think it would turn me. I think I would just be in the back of like a restaurant, in the dark restaurant with a ceiling fan, and be like, boom, boom, boom,
you know who would be good at ayahuasca, Johnny? Scott Coogan.
He probably has ayahuasca on him at all times.
Wow.
Evan boy.
Let's see here.
The check from collects. To a lord out there.
Did you come back? Johnny, did you get to see Stephen when he appeared a little while ago?
I did see a little bit of that. And
there's only a little bit to see. He didn't stay long.
I also have some coffee I'm selling. Granted, it's Folgers.
No, I have part of waking up, Johnny.
Some fancy guy or this girl gave me this coffee from this guy. She's like, you got to try this coffee, okay? My friend, blah blah blah, has a coffee company. I'm like, Folgers? She's like, no, he's got a coffee company, and this coffee is the best coffee. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't use it because I have an espresso machine. I just put these in here. I take one of these strong tablets and I pop it in there. I drink 2 a day. It's fine. That's all I need. Put a little sugar. But no, she wants me to fire up the Mr. Coffee along with the thing that does the beans. It's a lot of work. Anyways, this is supposed to be really good coffee. And I'm not impressed. Wow. So I just use the caplets, the Nespresso pods. And sometimes people send me coffee. And I've had this bag, which I've been told is no longer good. So I've had it for 3 years. This is supposed to be a special kind of coffee from Starbucks.
Okay.
Is
it from the first Starbucks ever?
It sure smells that way. And
the coffee gets better with age, I thought.
No, that's wine.
Oh.
And I believe eggs. But I was told that that's fantastic coffee, so I bought the bean, the one that you put in here. You got the Cuisinart. You put the beans in. You press the button, and I got the filters. But at the end of the day, too much work. I just prefer this. You take one of these little guys, put it right in there, put the water over here, and you close it. And this is my cup. I've been using the same cup for a long time now. And you put it right there. And it comes out. And when it's done, you got the pods in here. Pull this out. You dump it in the garbage. You're done.
This is a coffee segment with Johnny Monaco.
Very strong. It's very strong. I get the strongest pod. And that whole box, each one of these is like, I don't know, a week and a half or whatever. And you get all these in here, right, for $36.
Can people message you to buy some of this?
No, they have not yet.
No, but I'm saying, can they? Can you slap a Johnny Monaco sticker on there and sell some?
I could sell you the used pot. Yeah, I could maybe sell you some pots. But you need the machine to utilize the whole thing. And also,
maybe you could sell that too. Put a sticker on.
It's the only machine I have. But this stuff here, if you do the math, it comes down to like under $1. Whereas if you go to Starbucks, I mean, lately I've been getting a triple espresso, so it's $3. But usually, a drink at there is like $5, $6, $7, sometimes more at the casino, depending on how much you put on it, whipped cream. But I'm trying not to do that anymore. So I just do the shots, and then I start my day. and I'm going to start working out, I guess. Sounds like a lot of work. And I'm going to start eating better. And I'm going to start eating a lot of vegetables and fruits.
Yeah.
But I mean, we might go to Cosmo tonight, though, so I'll have to start tomorrow. But
yeah, well, we're going to go somewhere. We're going to discuss.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Michelle in town?
Yes, she is.
Well, then why would you want? I'm a third wheel. You don't want me there.
No, that's not true. You and Mickey and we went out. I was the third wheel, so now you could be the third wheel.
Yeah. But still, it's like, this is your town. You got your girlfriend in town. Oh, you want me hanging out? Mr. Judgmental, you're negative.
Well, I thought we had something too, Johnny.
Yeah, but
Johnny, what did you and your mother do to celebrate the holiday? My mother was on the show earlier.
I heard a little bit. It was great.
Yeah, she was good.
She's really on point. I like her.
And she told me, I'm very shy. I don't want to come on. And then I said, look, I'll just lead. Don't worry, you'll be fine. And she's like, thank God you didn't get your shyness from me. Boy, she got on and she couldn't shut up. She was right to it. Stories, anecdotes, bits. She was doing humor. It was good. But what did you and your mom do while you were at home for the holidays?
We drove around. One day we drove around for hours. I took her to her foot appointment at her doctor.
A dietary.
Actually, it was a chiropractor.
Back.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was sciatica. And then
that's back also, I think.
I took her there and then drove around for a while through my old neighborhood, looked at some of the old houses, talked to my friend on the phone who's a superstar trauma surgeon back in Chicago. And he lived in that neighborhood, so I was talking to him a little bit. He used to play bass in my band. And then I picked her up. And then we proceeded. I go, your light on your Lexus car here is on, and it says your tire's low. She's like, oh, no. I'm like, don't worry. It's okay. I learned eruption in 8th grade. We'll figure it out. So she said, what are we going to do? We can only get nitrous for the tires. I'm like, what? It doesn't take air. This car takes nitrous air. I didn't even know that.
Nitrous? You mean the shit you get high on at the dentist office?
I don't know what's going on there. It's some kind of nitro special air. So I'm like, oh, where do you get this special air? And we drove around looking for a Costco. Finally find it. It was like a feeding frenzy to get to those 2 units that have special air. You got to come around. You got to swoop in. Someone's waiting. Then someone steals the spot. It's a nightmare. I was there for 25, 30 minutes, 40 minutes trying to get the spot, finally get in. There's this thing over it. And I'm like, how do you read the PSI? What's going on? And I'm trying to take it off. And some guy's screaming at me, it's closed. So they closed it, I guess, right when I got there. So I'm like, So then we drove through all this other traffic, went to some other place, found another Costco. I waited in line of cars. It's like crazy trying to find this air. It's unbelievable. I didn't even know what it was. And we probably got, the nitrogen air. That's what it's called. So we finally got it. And then I went into Nordstrom's for a second because I was looking for some luggage because she wanted to kind of shop a little bit. But there were so many people in there, no masks, coughing. I couldn't take it. I'm like, let's just get out of here. And we left and then went back to the house and hung out for a while. And then we went out to dinner. We had some martinis. I bought her dinner and we had steak. I had steak and she had something. What was it? I forgot what it was. She might have had a steak. Yeah, she had a filet. And I had the New York strip. It was okay. Yeah. I'm spoiled out here.
Now you went. That's definitely, yeah. You guys went home and you watched The Sound of Music. Michelle points out that is not a Christmas music. They're overdoing it, right? Not a Christmas music, right? But your mom said, this is nothing. We're going to put on a real Christmas movie. And you guys watched my favorite of the season, Christmas Vacation.
That's right. We were watching something and it was The Sound of Music. And she's like, we don't have to watch this. You want to watch Netflix? I'm like, you're not going to like what I watch on Netflix. Why? What do you like? I'm like, it's all like serial killer. Oh, I don't want to watch that. She's like, well, this is a good one. And it's, they blow the whistle and the kids line up, and they introduce who they are. It's sort of like being in LA Guns. And then, older people like to jump around a lot with the remote. I'm starting to just force myself to get into this movie, and then they change it. So yeah, then she's like, this is much better. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And all I can think about is you sitting in front of the slot machine and me drinking pina coladas, waiting for it to end so we can go eat.
It's usually how it works.
Yeah,
well, that's a good, fun, old-fashioned family Christmas.
Yeah, and in between all that, we went and visited my aunt, who is in a nurse rehab right now because she slipped. She's 94 or 5 years old. We have the same birthday, June 13th. And she slipped because, older people, that's a big thing with them. They don't, if they fall, it's a huge ordeal. And that's like a big problem with the elderly. They could be healthy and fine, but if they fall, something happens, right? So she slipped and fell and cracked 4 ribs and punctured part of her lung.
That's not good.
So they put her in the hospital. She got through that. They put her in the rehab. She is not happy being in rehab. They get older. They start, yelling at everybody. I'm not doing this. I want to go home. Well, you can't go home until you listen to us. You got to pay it. You got to do what we tell you. I don't have to listen to you. And I feel the same way, though. I get like that a lot of times, mostly early in the week. So that whole movie, I watched that whole thing, by the way, with the squirrel jumping out of the tree and everything. It was fantastic. Uncle Eddie brings the boss home, wrapped up. Cousin Eddie. Uncle Eddie.
Did you know that Cousin Eddie, when he goes to get the boss, Frank Shirley, that's Bill Murray's brother.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I've seen him in other movies. He's really good. He's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a big mistake. I should have done what I did. And she was all like, what did you do? That's terrible. And they're all rich and they live in the nice neighborhood. I like when he pulls out of their driveway, this big, she's like, look at that truck. What is that? What is he driving?
Brian Doyle Murray was also in the original National Lampoon's Vacation. He runs the tent facility where you rent tents, and he's eating a watermelon, and then Chevy Chase goes, "What do you need my address for?" And he says, "We like to send a mailer."
Yeah,
and that's also the great.
It was great. It was we were watching that, and then part of something else, and there was a Hallmark movie. Those are the worst.
Yeah,
I started watching that. It's about a writer, and the parent dies, and he goes to get the house, and he's got to get the stuff out of the house. And I'm sitting there listening with her, and I know what's going on. We're thinking this could happen to us, and I'm gonna have to take all this stuff out. It was exhausting, and I was freaking out a little bit. But it was freezing cold, and it was snowing a little bit, so I liked that part. But we just hung out. We saw my aunt. We went back and forth. We looked for nitrogen. We tried to find a suitcase. And then we went to eat. The day before that, we kind of just hung out a little bit. After our show, we played our concert. And then I went over there the next day. I went to the hospital, had a little bit of a checkup, dealt with those people, had my blood taken. Didn't pass out this time. So I think I'm turning a corner. It might also be all the vampire movies I watch. And I went back then 2 days later for my results, and they told me what's going on.
And what's going on?
I don't know. It's not bad, but it's not great. I need to work out. I need to be more active, and I need to eat better. But that's everybody, and I also put on 10 pounds. I'm 137. Now I got on that scale. And I tried to take off all my stuff. I take off all my rings and my necklace,
prosthetic penis,
and I take off my shoes, even though they're very light. They're Walmart specials. And I got on that scale, and I just
you go pee, do an enema, cut yourself, and then maybe rub one out, because that's what the fighters do.
I get on. She's like, "Get on the scale." I'm like, "All right." What are you yelling at me for? And I tried to spit before I went on and get all the water out. So I got on there. I'm like, 138. Ugh. She goes, I know. It's low, right? We're like, no. I go, hi. She goes, what? I go, yeah. I go, that's the most I've ever weighed. She goes, Okay. Like rolled her eyes. I mean, I've never weighed 138 or whatever. I think that scales off.
138 is a great song by the Misfits. It's based off of a George Lucas movie that he made before Star Wars, THX 138 or whatever. I don't, something like that. But
well,
anyway.
If I'm 138, my driver's license is a big lie. So I was like, and now I get it. Now I see why when I see pictures of me or video and I don't like how I look, even on this podcast, I yeah, it might have been the PF Chang's. I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? So I sat with the lady, we talked a little bit, and I kind of talked myself into getting more tests. I didn't want them, but then she's like, how do you feel? And I tell her, and I might exaggerate a little because I want to be safe. She's like, well, if you're feeling that way, maybe we should get some more tests. I'm like, okay, let's do tests. Fine, then. So now I got to get a few more tests, just basic stuff. I had an EKG. Everything was fine. They didn't say anything, so I'm assuming it was okay. This was a cardiologist. And then I have to now get a couple other tests, an imaging test and a stress test. I might be a little stressed. My blood pressure was a little high.
When was the last time I ever did anything?
And you're not helping. So I now have to maintain a lower blood pressure. I need to relax a little bit.
You need Portillo's, is what they're saying.
I need maybe lower the salt intake. I don't know. I don't really eat that bad. I really don't. And so I'm not going to go back. They want me to go back there and do it there, but I'm not going to do that.
You'll never find out that things are wrong by not going back. If you just don't go back, you'll never know. You'll just die in your sleep. That's the way you want it.
Oh, well, I don't want that to happen either, because this is the last place you want to die, because I don't want them to be wheeling me out and then everyone at the front going, I never liked him. Asshole.
Somebody's mentioning Sparky's neighbors in Christmas Vacation. For those of you who might not know, their names are Todd and Margot. Todd was played by Nicholas Guest, who was Christopher Guest's brother. He was on Saturday Night Live for a little while. Christopher Guest is married to Jamie Lee Curtis, and he is Nigel Tufnell. And he directs those really funny movies, Best in Show, Waiting for Guffman. And then Margot was Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, she was great in it.
Yeah.
When he was like freaking out, you could tell she kind of liked it.
It's funny that the two supporting roles, her part, she obviously went on to make a lot of money from Seinfeld.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yeah, and she's very funny. And then Johnny Galecki, who played Rusty,
the son, yeah. Uh-huh.
He's a massive super. What's the name of that show with the lumpheads?
Oh,
Big Bang Theory. I don't like it, but
that's him, right? Yeah, he's great in that. He is really good in that.
Yeah, and then Juliette Lewis, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, the great Juliette Lewis.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn in the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
Why is this person? I'm going to find him. So yeah, we did that. I had Portillo's only once, and it was on my way in to see my mom, because you got to go through a gate and a code, and she lives behind a gated community, which is what I should be doing. Keep the people out. And I only had one hot dog. That was it. That's good. Yeah, but I should have had the beef. I should have had the hamburger. But then when I went to the cardiologist. What? Oh yes, of course. Okay. But then after I went to the cardiologist, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have that hot dog. And while I was in town, my good friend Larry, who I grew up with, we played in bands together. He let me stay at his house in between my, gallivanting around trying to find a new place to live. He passed out at his house, and they didn't know what was wrong with him. They rushed him to the hospital. He had a heart attack. They had to put 2 stents in, and the following day they had to have a minor procedure done where they had to put 2 or 3 more in. And I was in the same hospital as him while this was happening. I didn't even know it. I mean, it was just really a whirlwind of just like, I got to get out of here. I'm going to, and then the storm was coming. And then Ryan Johnson made me buy him a tub of Garrett's popcorn this big. It was $100.
Did you buy it in the airport?
Yeah, that's the only way you can get it. I'm there. I got to check. I mean, I could have went downtown, but I mean, so, he made me go to this Garrett's popcorn, and I'm lugging around this huge tub of popcorn, my guitar, and a suitcase, which I think is from the late 70s because it had the little wheels with the strap where you pull it. Yeah, I was showing Pearcy that in front of the hotel. He goes, "Yeah, you should put a tail on the back of that." And but it did look sort of like an animal. But so I'm trying to pull this thing through the airport, and I'm trying to talk on the phone, and I'm thinking about I'm not going to have a heart attack, and I got the guitar and the popcorn. I didn't have anything to eat, and I had to eat something, and I'm like, well, I don't want to eat this Whopper, but I'm gonna have to eat something.
You should have dug into his popcorn.
They seal it.
Who cares?
It's $100.
Open it.
But I use the company card. But it's like I went to Burger King and I got the number one because it was just the easiest thing to order because I felt pressured by the people behind me.
Right.
You know how much a number one Whopper meal is at an airport?
$6.99. Oh no, more. $8.
Okay, have some people guess. How much is the number? Some smart ass is going to know.
Well, what do you get? You get some fat ass is going to know. You get a Whopper, you get fries, and you get a beverage, right?
And not large, medium. So normal looking. I got a Whopper with cheese, no tomato, and then there was.
They don't deduct the tomato though.
No, but I think
Johnny, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. JV63, just checking in. Thanks for the fun and laughs from you and Mr. Martini this year. Thank you so much. It's appreciated. I don't want to get the whole bill for dinner tonight. So the more that you guys donate, the more that Johnny can order from the left and right side of the menu, and Michelle as well.
I still don't think I should be invited. Much like the Chris Angel show.
And well, that you were not invited, but I can.
No, I wasn't. Was I?
You were missed. You were missed.
I'm
That's all I'll say. But so if anyone wants to donate though $100 or more, they get the Rat and Roll, the holiday sweater, and a backstage meet and greet with Steven. I got to mention that.
Please, somebody buy that. I need to up my price so I can get Uber rides home from the airport.
These Uber rides are expensive. Okay, in 1997, a Whopper meal was $2.99. Now, Mr. Malou is guessing $12.98. Rooster 69, also known as Cock 69, is saying $13.69.
Okay, I'm looking at everybody.
$12.99. Yeah. He's got a 1 cent difference. He went over Michelle Lane, $12.98. Nathan Carter, $18.50. $12 from
who would even guess a number one is $18.50? I mean, they got to be just shooting.
Rockefeller, you have to be a Rockefeller to afford that. $16.99. Jeffrey Smith, $10. Sean N, $9.50. Rick Rodriguez, $14. Michelle Simon, $10.50. Rooster, $13.99. Is anyone of $25? Randall says $6.66.
Okay, listen, Johnny, I'm with Sean when I said this is going to be like $10 here. It's going to be outrageous. You know how much this meal? Well, let's not call it that.
He's telling you this is in an airport, just for the people who are saying go to the drive-thru.
Yeah, this is in an airport. I had to do it because my mom dropped me off because she had to go back to the chiropractor. Mm-hmm. I ended up taking her fob to her Lexus home, and I had to send it FedEx. I used the company card. But anyways,
like white people problems. Hold on, Johnny. I should have pointed out the Rat and Roll sweater is a size large from Steven's personal collection. Okay, Johnny. And the money goes to kids, help kids. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Kids here in Summerlin, the mansion. So I am looking at everyone's guesses. And I will tell you the closest one. I'm looking at them all right now. The closest one. Or should I just say the amount?
I think it's about $11, but you could say
16 and some change.
Wow, they were
unbelievable. 16 and change for a Whopper, fries, and a drink.
What did you have to drink?
A Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's good. At least you're healthy.
Oh, I keep thinking of doctors all the time. But regardless.
True.
That was me at the airport. I was about to snap. I could not believe what I was hearing when she said $16. And here we are. You got to stand in a long line, and they expect you to go to this machine. Some people don't know how to work computers, and you got to order your own thing and punch all these numbers in. So the line's like really long. Like I'm all the way back by another gate. And then the manager, sorry, my judging, gets yelling at the people. Come on, people. Start taking orders. Look at the line. And then this like really slow young kid that looks like he can't wait to go to the next EDM concert slowly maneuvers his way over to the register. Can I help you? Like looked at him. I'm like, you know, I want to take this Whopper and smash it right in your dumb face. But I didn't do that, and I ordered a $16 number one meal. And
Michelle would like to know, not my Michelle, but Michelle Simon, did you return it after eating half?
You know, it actually wasn't that bad because, as you know, we had a Burger King once bought by us in an airport once by our friend, the bass player.
That's right. The legendary Robbie Crane purchased. I saw him the other night. I forgot to mention he was the bass player in that Chris Angel thing.
Robbie Crane
bought Burger King.
Bought us all Burger King, and we all looked at each other and we're like, this tastes like shit. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's not your fault. It was very nice of him to even buy it. He bought us Starbucks, too.
Yeah.
But that airport stinks. This one actually had it together. It was fresh. Everything tasted as good as it can taste. To me, Burger King doesn't taste the same as it used to.
I tend to agree. Yes, the shirt is a large sweatshirt or whatever. And so anyway, we're going to wrap that up. If nobody bids over the 100 for it, then it'll sit until next Christmas. You also get a meet and greet with Stephen when he comes to your town. Clark, what do you say?
I am not drunk, by the way.
A lot of people thinking.
I'm not drunk. I intermediate fast. I haven't eaten since last night when I had some cottage cheese and some oatmeal.
You intermediate drink fast. And that's now, Johnny. This is what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this. We're going to wrap this fun old-fashioned family Christmas special up in a week, and then I'm going to call you, and then hold on.
Are you sure you want me to go? I mean, I feel like I'm intruding.
No, you're not. Stonewall, thank you. Vito Brada was here earlier and donated also, and I forgot to thank you. Johnny, I'm going to call you in just a few minutes. We'll be back before the New Year's, Johnny, because we got to talk. We got so much to talk about. I want to talk to you about that crazy event that I went to, and I want to talk about the last show and other things. So, Johnny, thank you for coming on and being part of this Christmas special. Johnny, last year, it's only been a year. Last year, we were just beginning our friendship, and here we are a year later, and everybody loves you. You're such a great part of the show. Everyone's saying they want the Michelle appearance. I'm going to bring her in just a minute. She likes to make a big entrance. Anyway, Johnny, thank you. I'll call you in about 10 minutes.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so that's Johnny, and we're going to say goodbye to Johnny, and we'll see him. We'll see him very soon. All right, so now let's just wrap up this show. We've had a gay old time, and let's talk about the meaning of Christmas. Shall we, Michelle? The meaning of Christmas. Why do we do this Christmas special every year? Well, one, because people are tipping, but that's not the reason. We also get to see some great friends and, give back a little bit. We did give back through Toys for Tots. You guys, all of your donations, me and my good friend Jay, who's the Sin City collector, he's usually in the chat. I don't see him today. He's the mod. We went, we bought a ton of toys. We drove them down to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and some kids are going to get some great gifts this year, and that's what it's really all about. And it doesn't really matter what you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, or what you believe in. If you believe in the birth of Christ or you believe in the birth of Claus, that's up to you. But you should enjoy the holidays. It's hard. It's a hard thing. I'm sad when Christmas ends. I'm the person who starts celebrating Christmas on November 1st, and I stop around March. I love the whole holiday thing. My whole house is holiday stuff everywhere. All of these things over here, as you can sort of see, that's all Christmas toys and pops, and in a little while I'm going to show you the brand new Christmas Vacation Funko Pop that Michelle was nice enough to bring to me from LA. But anyway, I know that a lot of people get sad around the holidays. And listen, the suicide rate is incredibly high. I hate to be depressing, but it's true. And so if someone's feeling alone, you should call somebody. Call Johnny Monaco. Message him. He will be there. He'll be there for you, as he has been for so many others. Unless it's chips enough, and then he'll probably let him hang. But you got to try to enjoy it. And you know what? All the things that people say, oh, I hate Mariah Carey. Oh, she's frozen. Oh, Mariah. You know, it's ridiculous. Enjoy Mariah Carey. It's silly and it goes away. I myself enjoy Christmas music. I play it constantly. And as soon as the show's over, I'll go back to playing it. I'm going to all kinds of things this week. I will be at the M Resort in the snow attraction. I don't know what it is, but they make snow, and I'm excited. And then we're going to go to a thing called Enchant. We went to it last year. We're going to go to it again, and we're going to go ice skating and do all kinds of fun stuff to make for the happiest Christmas ever. And I'm hoping that this show brought you a little bit of holiday entertainment, or just entertainment in general. If you're one of those people that this time of year is a bummer, then I'm hoping that we brought you a little bit of a distraction, and watch some specials and do all those things and embrace it. As I've said before, most of us have less Christmases ahead of us than we have behind us. And so nothing's guaranteed. I hate to be serious. That's why I had to log Johnny out, because you imagine Johnny sitting here, we're talking serious about the holidays. He's, you know, how drunk he is on martinis right now. But anyway, let's bring Michelle in, and Georgia is saying happy holidays to Michelle. Michelle has also been here since the beginning. Justice for Dudley, of course. Mark, Michelle, before you come in, bring the Christmas Vacation. Bring the Christmas Vacation toys. All right, Michelle, come on in. Take a seat right there. Oh my goodness, Michelle. All right. Show the toy. This is the Christmas Vacation Funko Extravaganza family scene. Like that. Anyway, you can see all the characters from Christmas Vacation and the house. And this thing is fantastic. And I will display it in my Christmas collection with pride. We have all kinds of stuff. Show some other stuff. Grab something. This is not Michelle's first appearance on the show. Look what we got. Show the folks what we got. That looks like Tigger, and it looks like Daisy Duck, I think, right?
Yep. Daisy.
Yeah, and Tigger, and those are Christmas Funko Pops, and we have. Oh, look at that! Look at that. We got Rudolph and Clarice. Makes me think of that Hannibal movie. And there's a valuable pop right there. There's the Rudolph. Santa from Rudolph. Santa was a little bit of a prick in that movie, if you think about it, because he wouldn't let him play in the reindeer game. Yeah. A little bit of a prick. Frosty the Snowman, though, Santa is much kinder. He's much kinder. And he's voiced by Paul Frees, who was also the voice of the guy in the ride at Disney, all the rides. He's the Haunted Mansion.
Right.
And You Foolish Mortals or whatever. All right, let's see. Michelle is beautiful. I agree. Merry Christmas from Lake Town. Jeffrey Smith working a little blue tonight. Let's hope Miguel makes it to Christmas. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He might have gotten clubbed. Thank you, guys. Bill says he has no family, but sometimes having no family is okay, too. First of all, you have me and Michelle and Johnny Monaco and all our great guests. And so and Nathan has no family as well. I get it. Michelle is very pretty. You are very pretty.
Thank you.
What about me? And then a request for me to interview Morrissey. I'll get right on it. You don't have to have an actual family. I have no family that live. I have no family. Keep it down, Bitsy. I know you're my family. I have no family that live anywhere near here. And let's see. Me, you, and Bitsy. Hope my Christmas wishes come true. Anyway, you reach out to people, watch these blogs and vlogs, and there's plenty of there's plenty of ways to connect out there and do things, and sometimes do things by yourself. I spent a lot of Christmases by myself. I let the humor go. People are stupid. But there's a lot of ways to enjoy the holidays. You don't need anybody else's bullshit. So, with the end of that serious message, we've been on here for 2 hours and 49 minutes, and now we have to go. And Bill wants Dr. Paul Shortino to know about he likes the self-titled Quiet Riot. Oh, God. And there is the Christmas Bitsy. This is going to be Bitsy's in human years 159th birthday. She is elderly. I think this is really probably her 17th Christmas. Okay, Bitsy. And anyway, so thank you very much. And don't let Johnny drive. You're driving. And yes, Merry Christmas to everybody for watching. And some people, they make the jokes and then somebody else tries to do the same jokes. You guys got to get up earlier.
Hilarious.
And Wind War says he is alone in a trailer with no heat this Christmas. No fun. Is it a trailer or is it an RV? That there is an RV. Don't you go fall in love with it, because I'm taking it when I leave here next month. Listen, it could be worse. Maybe you didn't have a trailer. There's got to be some way that you can make the best of it. No idea. Oh, there's Vito. Thank you so much, Vito, for all the support. Merry Christmas to you as well. And yeah, let's see here. Happy holidays. All right, This was a little bit of a wild crowd today. Let's thank all of our guests who are here. All right, you go over there. I'll be there in 2 seconds. You warm up the rubber sheets for us. Let's thank the people who stopped by today, though, and that would be Oz Fox from Stryper and Mark Weiss, world-renowned photographer. Now, Stryper's CD, The Final Battle, is available right now. It's on sale, Amazon, in the description. Click on it, buy it. It supports me too. Mark Weiss's book, normally $50. It's $42 right now. Prices are insane. Also, in the description, click on it. You'll have it by Christmas. Stephen Pearcy's got some coffee. Check it out. Links in the description. Eddie Ojeda hot sauce. A lot of people were buying it. I'm so happy. We want to show Eddie how much we love it and appreciate it. Bitsy, why don't you shut up? I'm trying to do a show here. You can do your own show on the Kitty Network. Yeah, I know. And let's see here. Anyway, so and then of course Miguel, my good friend, my oldest friend. I'm so glad that he those damn bumpuses. By the way, I recommend the Christmas story, the second one. Bitsy, shut up. I recommend it. It's enjoyable. It's nostalgic, and some snow in my hair or something. Yes, Bitsy will not shut up. Yeah, she's quacking the closing music, Christmas music. She sounds like a duck, I know. She thinks that she'll get another dinner out of it. She might be right. Anyway, so all those people stop by. All the links in the description. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It's been a year. It hasn't stopped. Friday, we may go live instead of an interview, but the show goes on. Monday, we'll be back to more tour diaries. And so, as you know, Monday are tour diaries. Wednesday are live. How can I forget? It's Wednesday right now. And here, we can take a quick show you my tree a little closer before we wrap up. There, give you guys a rare tour of my living quarters. There's Clark. There is the tree. I will be honest, Michelle did most of the work on the Christmas tree this year. And there's all kinds, and there's the Clark and Eddie Build-A-Bear. the autographed Clark Griswold jersey. And there's some fun ornaments. That blue one right there is Dee Ramon. Bitsy, shut up! Sorry. Listen, I would love to stay and chat, but Bitsy says it's time for dinner. And so, hold on. Let's get that almost done here, folks. Question is the tour diary got McHenry in it? Yes, but it'll take a while. Bitsy, enough! Michelle, can you do something with the cat? Anything? Yeah. So yeah, so that tour diary is going to take a minute, but it will be there. Okay. Just trying to get, yeah, Bitsy definitely wants more food, and it's going to work. Anyway, again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and for supporting this channel a year later, 2 years later, I believe, and we're going to keep going for a lot longer. So thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you know somebody who would like this video, share it. Let's share the Christmas spirit. We had fun. Watch the first one too. Go back and relive it. I think we had a good time. I think we did something a little different. And anyway, like I said, make the most of life. And I have to go buy Johnny Monaco dinner right now and probably send rescue team to find Miguel, because something may have gone terribly wrong. Anyway, I thank you again for watching, and I thank you for supporting, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, and good night.